Ain't that right? Got to have a law. Got to have a mind. Ain't that right? Let's go. Yahuwah run the show. They had to let us know. Ain't that right? Appreciate that working with them. Our young people definitely need that help, need that encouragement. What see what we do. So they got something to mark the mimic. They got something to follow. So we certainly appreciate that. Appreciate them helping them out with that Big Lee on that one. Breezer helped them out on the first one. Then they got some more they're trying to do too, aren't they? Oh, they're trying to roll. I ain't mad at them. Ain't that right? They want to go ahead and go. It's good to hear them do Dream up there. I want to fight Adam so bad I didn't know what to do. Adam's all I can do to keep him jumping. I want to dive him like a bucket of water up there. I said, but I like that. I like that Zamar. So I let him slide today. But appreciate our young people. Appreciate everybody with a mind to want to serve him and do what his will is. Be on the bar to him. That's the most important thing with everything we get is get understanding. You know, coming out from Christianity, even just coming out from the world itself in general, we've done a lot of things in our past time, you know, in our ignorance, you know, but now, Caesar came along and gave us more understanding, like he told us, you know, by being Kadash. He said, not according to the former lust in our ignorance. When we didn't have the intelligence, ignorance just means you don't know something. So it's a different one he told them about being Kadash and not according to our former lust in our ignorance. He said, but he which had called you is Kadash. He said, I want you to be Kadash in all manner of conversation. The only way he said, I want you to do it, he said, because it's written. That's how important it is, imperative it is that we make sure we get this and get understanding, you know. And it ain't about running down other religions or running down other groups. It's about us actually sure we actually do what did he prescribe for us to do. And the only way to do that is to know what exactly did he say for us to do. And make sure we maintain that, to keep that criteria, and make sure we keep holding to that standard. A lot of time for people, it's hard for them to kind of get it. I tell everybody, don't ever use nobody else for your measuring stick. I always use the word. You know, it's good if you can find a person, you can pattern, like it told you to mark the perfect men. It never said that. It said mark the perfect man. That's why people had to watch Yahushua. That's right. He told you to put an ox on him. He told you to mark the perfect man and behold upright. He said, end of that man is shalom. Isn't that right? That's why we use him. We're going to use anybody for that standard, for that set for it. We're going to use him. We're going to use Abraham because that's who he shabbat the berith to. That's why we're using Abraham. So because that's who he gave it to, Abraham set a standard too. But when Yahushua came on the scene, that completion, that was it. He leave no gaps, no, like they said, no stones unturned. And that he answered all questions. He dissolved everything. He did just like Daniel did. He came, Daniel, listen, when the Malak called for Daniel and they had to try to figure out what the writing was on the wall, you know what they thought about him? I know you can dissolve all doubts. Yes, sir. That's what Yahushua did. He got rid of all doubts. Right. Isn't that right? He set us on straight anticipation. And that's why I serve him. I appreciate him. I appreciate the mind he give you to want to do his will. Because that's very important this day because everybody won't. And it's kind of like being like Luke, you know what I'm saying? Being in a city and in a place where you see, well, everybody else is doing their own thing, but he still maintained. Yeah. Isn't that right? He still maintained. So people say it's hard out here. There's so much pressure and people just ain't right. There'll be no more pressure war for Luke and for his family. Isn't that right? That man had to leave wife behind and son-in-law. He just came out with him and his two Banuth, his daughters. So, I mean, it's been done before. What people saying can't be done, it's been done. He said he didn't give in to the people, isn't that right? And he said they vexed his Sadak Nafash every day. Yep. Every day. They say vexed that man. That thing vexed him. How he didn't break down and he didn't give in to him. He said trouble me. It bothered him every day sitting around the people with it. It'll bother him when you see what people are doing. At the end of the day, though, you still got to maintain. That's an order he done gave, but that's what you got to do. And it all come down, first of all, is what you believe. That's just being honest. Y'all can try it, do what you want to do. Everything that you want to do is based off what you believe. That's all it is, what you believe. Don't let it be nothing else more than that. If you don't believe you can't do it, you're exactly right. You can't do it. That's the whole key to everything he did. Why you think he sat up and told he that a man on me? As the Kittavine, just like the right had said. He said, because it's all about what you believe. You can say, well, I don't believe it, I'm going to do it. You can do it. It's just not going. It's going to be effortless. Because you don't believe it. Y'all got it. Already I'm doing it. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. You got to believe it. So when you don't do it, it's because you believe something else. That's everybody. Y'all be honest with yourself. I'm going to ask y'all, why you here? Can y'all tell me why y'all here? Play the song. That's not. Why y'all here? Well, Saturday wasn't a whole lot going on today. Supposed to be chilly. Then they talking about it's gonna be raining later. I mean, ask yourself why. Because it's gonna be some, y'all mean some days. He gonna have it so sunny and pretty out there. Surely you could be doing something else. So you can't. Sometimes people do stuff. Well, so ain't nothing else to do. Sometimes you ask somebody to go somewhere. They say, well, I ain't got nothing else to do. So is it really they want to go? Is because ain't nothing really preventing me. Ain't nothing else to hold me, keep me. For me, I got other things I could be doing. But I assure you, this is the most important thing I'm doing. And it's the most pressing thing. It's just, man, this is the most pressing. Somebody called me the day about a call. I said, call me. I said, what you want, nigga? Calling me. You don't do no business. He said, I ain't calling about no. I just called her. I said, what you want, nigga? He said, borrow some money. I said, how much you need to borrow? He said, I don't need to borrow no money. I said, good. I didn't get a call. I said, nigga, I just told this nigga him. Nigga, let me buy somebody a car. I said, I'll get with you later on. Get with me tomorrow. Now, I could have sold. I can use that little money. But at the end of the day, my soul on the line. I could try to rationalize and see how it made sense, and then I could use it and build up God's kingdom. No, all he said that do it the way I prescribed it. That's the only way to do it. It's just being honest. I know people look at it, you're gonna lose. You're not gonna lose. You're gonna lose when you don't do completely what he said. That's how you lose every time. Anybody lose. Let me tell you something. Anybody gonna make me doubt the man. I know what the man do. It's nobody you're gonna find that's serving that man to the letter that you're gonna find they're gonna be depleted and out. Nobody. He just don't do that. Listen, the book declared that whosoever among on him. I take him. Guess what? He ain't shamed me one time, Jahid. He has not shamed me one time. He said, whoever among on me, I will not put. They just said, shall not be ashamed. They don't tell you. He's saying, I won't put you to no shame. He said, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't make you look like a fool in front of these people. I wouldn't put you out there and you put everything you got behind me and you put your company and I let you down. He said, I wouldn't do that to you. You know how people do it? They'll go in there and tell a lie on the man and say the man let them down because they hadn't done everything the man said. Don't ever go say, I'm defending the man. Listen, I'm a 100% believer the man do everything he say he gonna do. Everything the man say he gonna do it. You just gotta, like you said, let patient work. He can't do it if you're gonna jump in the well. He said, let patient work. Sit back, sit down and do it. Just wait on the man. Let the man do what he said though when you sound the way on. Don't do what you want to do then sound and say, okay, I'm gonna give you a try. He said, don't look for me to work. It's a certain order I got. Isn't that right? You're gonna have to be consistent. You're gonna have to be compliant. That's the only way it's gonna work for you. Lately we talked a little bit, we didn't do a lot of posting and putting things up on the screen. We always set our foundation, and the conversation was still conducive to salvation, because that's what it's all about in the first place. I'm still a believer. I don't believe just go and start shoving a book in a person's face. First of all, I want to see what your mentality is. Y'all got it? You go. Any of y'all got a primary physician? Any of y'all have been to the doctor? Any of y'all went to the hospital and they just took you straight in the back and just start working on you? Tell me they want to get some information first. You be sitting out with your head hurting, what's going on. They say, I got something to get some information. Let me get some ID. Let me just put in some stuff. And then you be sitting there, you like, oh, you be doing all that leaning. They want still, they say, okay, hold on. Let's get some information. So we know how to proceed from them. Let's go let them know what level of care to give you. We're going to make sure you're insured. That's going to make a difference too. Are we going to get our money? So you got to look at them when who will start dealing with you. Am I going to get any reciprocation back from you? Or they going to be one of them deals, I'm going to give you something, you're going to run off and you ain't going to pay your bill. How many times folk done that? Man, I don't pay that junk, man. And that's how they handle you the way they do. And Yahuwah look like that. You don't pay homage to him. So how speedily you think I'm going to come to your concern? Hello? And I'm trying to see if it's critical, whether or not it's a situation where I need to get you in the back right now, or it's a situation where you need to just settle a while. I got people that got more pressing issue than what you got. You be sitting there, you be in your quote-unquote diet pain, they're going to look at a couple of things. There's some people been waiting longer than you. And there's some people more critical than you. And you still sat there in that hospital and you wait, don't you? Yahuwah said, I can't get that respect, though. People don't consider, you think you're the only person calling on me? You think you're the only person needs something? You think you're the only person asking? But I got some people that been doing the will. Yours is contingent on if I do this for you, then you'll serve me. You know how many times I heard people done told me that lie? You best believe I get out of this one, I'm going to be a new person. That's the lie you told the other 15,000 times. How many done said that before we got us out, we're going to be different? So if we said it today, what he's saying? Now I believe you. He said, it's the same line you've been running every time you need something. Every time you had. That was Uncle Ted over there. Yeah, we heard Uncle Ted. That thing came from back in there with rattle. It had that rattle in their back. I thought somebody had dropped a muffler on their car that was dragging the ground. But, you know, at the end of the day, these are all of the things we have to consider when you looking at asking Yahuwah for things and you're looking at seeking him for things. You know, I don't want to just, you know, and you know, periodically I might look at when I talk with him, I don't want to ask. I just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody, every time they call you to borrow something. How quick you want to pick up the phone? Why is it? Why do you don't want to pick up the phone? You're like, it's always I'm giving up something. I'm losing something. I'm always losing something. I'm never getting nothing back from you. See, Yahuwah looks at, what do we give back to him? I'm saying, man, look, give back something. Yeah, I got me. Give back something to him. Isn't that right? Get a man the respect that's due to him. Isn't that right? Let the man know just how omnipotent he is. He wanted to confess our way to him, then he wanted to walk in the manner that he done prescribed to us. But for whatever reason here, we get so filled up with everything going on here, we forget. We forget the man got a hold. We just sang the song, I'm crying Savior, Savior. Do not pass me by. Why are we at? What have we put in the song? Yeah. It's it's why on the other side they calling. And then we saying, don't pass me by. How you know they need ain't just as urgent as yours? That's all he got is everybody asking, nobody giving. Nobody just giving her due to him. Nobody just letting her know all the $2. I don't want nothing. I just want to give it to you while I'm able. I'm always asking. I'm always asking. If it's Baraka, 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 why you just don't never talk me and say thank you? Why don't you ever just talk just to give it, just to admit, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. What you done, how you stood, how you waited on, how you didn't cut me off. But every time you get it, it's always I need. Give me. Wanna. Sound like Keith, well, I wanna. He's so sick of Keith Sweat. I wanna. That's all he hear, I wanna. Like, come on, seriously? Nobody considers? Nobody consider to break the mold, to do something different? Don't you know, listen, everything we do, it's just for a moment. It seems like a long time, because you're looking at, man, look at time long to him. Man, I mean, he waits somewhere 10 minutes, he losing the drive-through. Hit the gas, but he been here all day. You've been in the line for 10 minutes. It's a long line. So they're going to throw everybody's cars out of the way. But that's how we act with him. Push all these people who got him before you, who ordered before you. All of them should get out the line so you can pull right to the one. How many are guilty of that? They need to get out the line. You know, you ain't going to believe what the car's saying behind you. You ain't going to believe it, Chris. What y'all can think possibly the person behind you saying? All these niggas need to get out this line. Everybody pushing people out of the way because nobody considering. Nobody considering. He even talked about his people. He said they're a sinful nation. He talked about these people they lay with a nigga. He said these people going way backwards. He told them they don't even consider. So that's something that we want to look at. We want to really look at considering. You know, you can get to the repentant state and people get down, but that's all really based off of how honest you are. Really it is. It's really based off, because if you're not real honest, your repentance is really no good. He don't receive it. You know, anybody, you know, in humiliation, in shame, then it's repenting. That's because I'm embarrassed. I get on my embarrassment, my shame, then I'm back to square one. You know what I'm saying? I got past it. I'm good now. I got a clean slate. Now I can go back ahead and dirty this sheet up again. He's looking for repentance, that a man or woman don't repent of that. You got what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we repented, and it's bad. You repent, and repentance came in for try to get the forgiveness of. The remission is the removing, and that's going to be based off of the repentance. Y'all got the remorsefulness of the act that was done is going to be conducive whether or not you get remission. A lot of people, you can repent. That is true. The only problem you got, did you get remission? If people get treated for cancer, you know what they don't get? They getting treated. They got insurance. You know what they wind up doing? They die with cancer. Y'all know why? There's no remission. How many of us understand that? Anybody of us have know people that die from cancer? Were they being treated? Repentance. That's repentance. Did they get remission? So you understand then. Your repentance ain't no good if he don't give you remission. Y'all got it? See, if we don't understand the process, you keep running through stuff, it ain't going to help you. See, while we think that we're smart and we crap, you can't be smarter than my boss. It's impossible. How you going to be smarter than somebody that know every thought, that create every idea, that allows, that hardens? He said, allow. This is what he does to you. He hardens against you because you harden yourself. That man set you to hard. Let me tell you something. Think about Pharaoh. Common sense. I'm telling one of y'all, they'll tell you, hey, Dave, I come to tell you, basically, I put a gun here, I said, man, you don't let my son go, man, I'm going to kill Buck. What you going to do? Yeah, I put a gun in your head, I said, you don't let my son go, I'm going to kill your, or I'm going to put a gun in the Buck head, I'm going to tell you, you don't let my son go, I'm going to kill your son. What you going to do? Basically, that's what he did to Pharaoh. You know what Pharaoh said? You had to kill me, nigga. Listen, basically, Yahuwah had a gun to his son's head. He was good as dead. And the man sat there and said, he didn't even know what a gun was. He said, I don't even know what one is that I'm gonna obey and do it. He said, man, let it go, I'm gonna kill your son. And this stupid man, well, I wouldn't even call him stupid. I call this us. How about that? I want to call the stupid man us. What decision he made? Huh? And his son died. He killed that thing. That's us. What y'all think contingent upon you repenting and doing that man will? That man gonna kill something you love. Why he didn't tell Pharaoh he gonna kill him? He could be, y'all, I know folk like that, nigga, kill me. I'm gonna kill your son. Think about this. If you don't stop, it's because that ain't what you feel happening to you. It makes sense to make it happen to something you love. It makes sense. Think about it. You want, it's a lot of people that won't. Let me tell you something. Listen, he's already counted, he's calculated. He's calculated, he's accurate. He knows exactly what it takes to break a man. He knows exactly what it takes to put a person in a straight position. You will give up eventually. But I'm going to put you in this situation. I'm going to let you see there's no way out of it, and I'm still going to crush you. What you do to a man like that? I'm him because of a couple of things. I tried everything I could to get out of it. I did. I tried everything I could to get out of it. I did. I held on as long as I could. I used every angle I could to try to get, because I'm basically a street nigga, and that's what a street nigga do. You always look at every angle, every way you can to get out of something. What you gonna do to man that, he blocked every way you went, he blocked it. It didn't work. That's the only reason I'm him. You'll try to be him and try to block it. It's impossible. It's impossible. Whatever you're doing, this is the sad part about it, he let you do it. That's what's scary. The thing, you know what? I got away. I let you do it. I'm going to catch you later. I'll make you suffer for everything you've done. I'm letting you stockpile. It's only, if you can't get away and he sees and everything, so what are you doing? Where are you going with it? You guys don't even realize you're dumb. All of us, we're dumb. How you gonna get away from a man? He knows everything. He know the slick, the cunningness. He know the game. He know the hustle. He know it all. It's like, but you could try it anyway. You could try it. The man he gonna pin you down. He had a purpose when he went into Pharaoh, and he ain't got no purpose for us. He had a purpose for him when he went in. He ain't it didn't throw him out. He said he come at and he didn't go back. Yahuwah, hey dog, man, he wouldn't do it. What? You tripping? No, you lying. Oh, dude, like that? I gotta think of something. He said, listen. He told Musho, he brought him up. Listen, I want you to go and tell him to let him go. He's not gonna do it. No doubt, Musho had to think, he's not gonna do it. I hardened his love. So when I'm going to tell a man, how about I already know before I came and ask you? How about I know before I came? I ain't come here saying, I'm going to just see. This might work out different. He might do it. I want you to understand me. He's not going to do it. I hardened his heart. This ain't something, I did this because I want to show all my power and my works on this man. That's why I hardened. He let him know why. I'm going to demonstrate some things for these people. So people will know me and they're going to yar me off of me destroying this man. I'm going to break this man down and people are going to see this man and they're going to yar me. That man had no idea. No doubt he probably went out and ran in my life. I don't know who that nigga thought he was trying to come in on punk junk like that. He might think I'm a punk or something. I ain't letting nothing go. And he ain't had no idea. You only said that because I gave you that mouth to say it. I gave you that mind to think it. Because I'm going to do everything I said I'm going to do. Only problem is you don't know it till you're a victim. You don't even know it until you're a victim. Huh? Think about when the Malak of Gera took Abraham's wife. That probably really threw Yahuwah off. He probably think, what the blank? I ain't mean for this to happen when he went there. I didn't know the man go, I set this whole thing up. This is for a couple of you people. At home here too. You know how stupid you are? You stupid. Now, the Malak of Gera had that man wife laying right next to her. You talking about this woman laying, what I'm finna do is she laying right next to me. I'm finna tear that thing up like a sheet of paper. When I can't get her, I can't get her to do it. And we right here. Y'all hear me? When I roll over, bang, bang, the boogie. And the man get a drink. You know, before I do that, you know what though? I'm going to do it. I'm finna take a nap right quick. Because I'm tired. I've been ruling the whole day. I'm really tired. When I wake up, bang, bang, the boogie. And Yahuwah woke him up while he was asleep and told him, you are a dead man. That man in a dream. Listen, soon as I get up, y'all know what I'm doing, right? I'm finna tear this up. Old boy sister. I'm finna knock this off. She right here. I ain't got to go get her. She right here. And that man told her, you're a dead man. That man trying to figure his dream, a dead man. He said, that's another man's wife. That man said, whoa, whoa. I hadn't come near her. I have not touched her. He said, I know. Because had you touched her, you was a dead man. Now ask yourself, why he let you keep going? This is what y'all don't think. Y'all need to talk to my boss. What you do with that? That man told, this is the thing, he stopped him. He said, we're a Sadiq nation. He said, I know. He said, in the integrity of my law. Then when guess what? I did mine in unconsciousness, in integrity. I would have never took another man's wife. Never would have happened. And he said, you ain't gonna believe it. I know it. That's why I kept you from touching them. Now you gotta ask yourself, why he let you keep going? No integrity. No integrity. See, when you be playing, they don't realize, what y'all think he put that, and you ain't gonna believe what we're gonna read. Whatsoever written aforetime. No integrity. I try to tell all the time, that's how I beat these guys out here, integrity. Integrity carry you a long way. See that when something come up, he ain't even think about this, because he looked at it. There's no way you'd have done that if you knew it. See how something could come up and he could have got himself in a mess? Thinking he'd have slept there and woke up and said, whoa, I ain't know nothing about you were married. Yahuwah said, yeah, but I was going to kill you. I was going to kill you. And now I was so pissed. Listen, I wasn't just going to kill you. I was going to kill everybody in your whole land. That man said, listen, everybody in my land, everybody in here right. Go give her back to him. Ask that man to palau for you so you'll live. Now, Abraham, no doubt, think about what you're thinking. That man done took my wife. That man had to be sitting there no doubt heartbroken. As a man, what y'all think he was sitting there thinking? I run, you know that thing, nigga run there and get your, man, he supposed to kill me. I got a second. That man got my wife up there. And Yahuwah just let him know, you ain't had to worry about one thing, because I was with you. My rod and my staff to comfort you. I was going to kill everybody in the land. How you think, guess what? He got himself renowned. And how you think them folks looked at Abraham? That man gave a decree. Don't nobody touch her. Nobody touch her. Guess he ain't talking to you, though. See, when you playing and when you messing around, y'all better consider, my boss done set you up. My boss set us up. When y'all playing around, he got everybody paid. What you do, the man got you paid. Ramsey County, I remember they said one time, I told y'all about before, they were going to actually do a rocket move, I told y'all, with Cassius Clay. That's what the word was one time. And they said they was in there, they said Cassius told him to move. He said, move. He said, move. Everywhere he moved, his hand was already there. Realize it ain't going to be a good rocket move. What you do, the man tell you to move, Dave. Everywhere you move here, that means I calculated which way you going. You go do the hand already there. You thinking, God, well, I'm going to go, hand there. You been moving. He already there. That's why I don't play with him. I already know. He calculated. You can't do no more than what he let you. He give you that. He allow. Get what? And when he get ready to come at you, said, save me. Forgive me. I repent. That man said, I'll harden my heart against you. That's why you can't play with him. That's why you can't. You didn't believe it. All of him saw a heart done right. What'd he do? Show me how you give. Allow. But for those that rejected him, when he come back, it's the fist, the cuff. That's why it's so important we look at the alphabet, because we understand. We allow, we understand. See, a lot of stuff that people look like that's not important, it's important to the people who he's trying to get across the message. So it's a message he's trying to get across. And a lot of times people won't pay attention, and it takes certain events to happen and things, occurrences that come that you really sit down and say, I got it. I got it. You know, you can think that you do things and you think a lot of things in your hand, and then you consider, even with that allowing, I still allow you to be able to open to allow me to work for you. I control all that. He said, I do all these things. You be praying against the devil, killing folks, and that done devil killing people. You will say, I'm just sharing something with you. I kill. That old devil wounded me. But God he said, I wound. I make alive. I make sick and I heal. He said, there is none that can deliver out of my hands. When that man get you and he do this, try to open his hand, try to get it out. Try to get it out. He said, it's nobody can deliver it out of my hand. He said, I got that authority. I can do that. Why y'all want to play with this man and make him put you where nobody can deliver you? A lot of times you do slick, conniving, lying, get by, try to get over. It don't work. I mean, it's gonna come back to bite you. He touches the laws of people, like things that happen for. He put on people. A lot of y'all being here, y'all feel like it's a given. You being here, thing happening. It's something because he allowed it to let. With all of y'all here, I keep this distance with y'all. Well, I can cut any one of y'all off and keep moving. Wife, mama, you, kids, anybody. I have to. I had to keep myself like that. Nobody get by. Just have to do it. That's just how I have to be. He can't handle about it. Well, I can't see myself getting rid of that. That wouldn't be. I don't know why. He said, you or them. He just like Yahoo. He said, life for life, then. If you'll keep them, then I'll take you. I'll take your life from you. Well, I said, since I thought about it, what you said the first time sound better. People don't want my job. You want my paycheck. You don't want my job. A lot of responsibility, a lot of decisions you have to make, because you're dealing with people's lives. You're dealing with a lot of people. You got kids, you got adults, you got middle-aged, you got elder people, you got all kind of folks you got. There's a lot of folks, and you have to be in a line with him the way he say, when I say move, move. I mean, he took a man like Musa. Y'all know one of probably our most revered people that people read about is Musa. Would you agree, Boss? Disagree? Because they're going to look at Torah. Of course, Abraham. Everybody, most of these religions, they'll call them Abrahamic religions. Because everybody try to source themselves back. Even with Christianity, they can't source themselves back to Abraham. It don't make sense. They got too much blockage. See what I'm saying? You got to have a steady flow when you're trying to get back to Abraham. Everything flows, but it don't. Well, kind of, it ain't, but you can go. That ain't Abraham. See, Abraham, everything goes straight back to. Y'all got it? It's just like it all channels straight back. But people try to tie these other religions in. It's too many crossover. The 15th cousin of somebody from an Amorite, one time his uncle, the 15th cousin of the uncle of one, he was over there and met. I wouldn't get a religion like that. Too many cousins. Y'all got what I'm saying? Everything we go, it stems straight back. So you cry out, it's going to tell you who begot who begot who, and straight back. They got to cross over. Everything's straight to him. So it's to the point when you start looking at where you need to be with him. That's why he wanted straight to the point. That's why he spoke to us in the Marshall. Just get right to the point. This is exactly how the thing go. Everybody felt like they gotten over him. Nobody has gotten over on him. Nobody's gotten over. Nobody got by. Because now we had to wait to see what he's going to do. That's how they knew it was Yahuwah. They had to sit back and wait. When that man put destruction on these people, when these man was going to do it, he said, it's going to come on these people. They used to get it quick. So people died so quick, then people felt like, okay, I'm good. Now he let it linger. He can sit back and let you leave, and you can set you going. You can say, well, I feel pretty good. I've been doing right. You've been doing right. But now it become a matter of, does he accept your right? You know what he told you today when you hear his call? Whenever he tell you to do something, it's your heart. And what did he tell you to compare that against? Where was that at? In the bombardment, when what? And what did they do? How long? And how did he feel about them? Can you not, for 40 years, look at you, I've been pissed with you for 40 years. And you know what I wound up doing while I was mad? I wound up swearing in my wrath that you won't get in my wrath. Now if I go back, I done told a lie. I'm going to be like you. You're not getting in. That's how this man just set your life. See, what becomes the problem is when you want to come and say, I'm ready now to get it right. The problem is, he said, I was ready the day when I called you. It's kind of like being in a relationship. You got a man, he ain't been doing. Why keep talking? Keep talking. Baby, we need to do it, baby. Need to do it. Come on, baby. Baby, come on. Baby, we need to do it, baby. Baby, come on, baby, we need to do it. Come on, baby, we need to do it. And it get back, she pack up her stuff. He said, hold on. Let's talk about this. Just ain't talk. What? You hear it? I've been talking. But I see you serious now, though. Shit, the mind made up. I ain't turning back from this now. I want this. They give me that last chance. When he packed up her stuff, what you think she was thinking? That was the last chance. Do y'all know the whole time Yahuwah been packing up? He packing this rights up. He packing it up. He's I'm gonna fold this thing up like a scroll. I'm gonna roll this whole thing up. I'm through talking. I've been talking out the whole time while we sit here and wait. He talking. He finna pack it up now. And he ain't gonna turn back. Isn't that right? Let get ready to sign that Kato Sarah. I don't want to hold him up there all day. Yes, let's look at this. This is Romans 15:4. And they used to, they saying beat a dead horse. I don't know why nobody would be beating a dead horse anyway. I've always been, well, I ain't gonna always, I'm confused now. The horse is dead. That's what I'm saying, it's dead, he ain't gonna run. I don't know why you beating a dead horse trying to get it to run. Really, I'm more looking at how retarded you would be. All right, let's see. This is Romans, the book of Romans 15:4. The program we're using is what this is from sermoncentral.com. Is that it? Is that name of the program, and somebody at home want to get it? Orthodox Bible. Okay. This is the Orthodox. Don't forget, the short ortho means what? Straight. See that? We say Yashar. So This is Sean, but that's what ortho. When people go to the orthodontist, that's what they do with your teeth. This is what ortho means, straight. Y'all got it? That's why I'm supposed to say they're orthodox religion. They have orthodox Christianity. You straight going to Sheol. All right, listen.
For as much as Nikatah beforehand,
Much as was written before.
Nikatah for our Lamed Kadash.
That's right. Say that to separate us. That's right. For what purpose?
In order that through endurance and through the Nakum of the Ketubim HaKadash, we might hold fast Tikva.
The whole. And see, can we see the Olive Bear chart again? Just thinking on it. Because the Tikva is a chord. I want one that show, what is it, all 20, what is it, 23 characters? Total? No, it's 23. 22 is what they give you. That's one extra. All the way down should be the latter one they took off, so they don't have it up here. This just showing the gun. They don't have it up here. Right, well. Okay. See the rope? The 12. Should be more than 22. That should make 23, shouldn't it? 22, it's 23 with the gun in it. Yeah, gun makes it 23. Because most Olive Bear chart don't use it because it's so rarely used. But they talk about a chord or a twist. Okay. We'll go back to what we got. And that's what we're trying to look at, and we're trying to set back and trying to process. What we're going to do, we talked about the 28th chapter of the book of Allah HaDabarim. We didn't finish reading it. Want to kind of look at some things. Because it prescribes something to us. Let's see, the 28th chapter, might be 27 and 1 when I want. Let's see what that says. Let me see 28. We left out 28 and 1 before. I remember us looking at that. They call it Deuteronomy for those that's listening in. And say, even for them, they need to know too. Let's see. This is Dabari Hayamim, what they call Chronicles, First Chronicles. Okay. We start here. Let's see. Listen.
And it shall come to pass that thou shalt give heed diligently unto the call of Hashem.
Who's that? Elohika? What is that? The Elohim. What do they call them? Elohim of? Can we look this up, Basha? Elohika. What are they trying to say? Elohim of what? Your Elohim. That's what they doing. That's why they're doing it that way. Because Tim the other will say it with the nu behind it, signifying your Elohim. Huh? Okay, the ark is your, yeah, the newest hour. Kind of almost like the apostrophe S, signifying ownership, connection. He's saying the car is our. All right, while he's looking at that, he can still keep reading. Come on, to do what?
To be shomer and to do all his mitzvah, which
What
are
did we say the
mardi-
shomer was to hear? And that for them the shama? Are they trying to say like shama? To guard. We talked about that, to guard. And to protect. We talked about that before, didn't we? To guard. And to do all his mitzvah.
which are mardi dishum,
Okay.
that Hashem Alayika will set thee on high above Kol Gui Ha'arat.
Over all the nations of the land. And
All these Baraka shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt give heed unto the call of Hashem Alaika.
See that? Come on.
But Baruch atah bar and Baruch atah basadeh, Baruch shall be the pari of thy womb, and the pari of thy adamah, and the pari of thy animals, the increase of thy livestock, and the flocks of thy
The
sheep.
Baruch, is that going to be like multiple, like multiplying? So what? Well, yeah, for that, I know that Baruch. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
But Baruch shall be thy basket and thy kneading bowl. Baruch atah when thou comest in, and Baruch atah when thou goest out. Hashem shall cause thine
We'll
enemies.
say Yahuwah. Yeah, Yahuwah. The Yahuwah shall cause
Yahuwah
thy
shall cause thy enemies that come up against thee to be defeated before thy pani.
Mm-hmm.
They shall come out against thee, Durak, Akkad, and flee before thee.
One way. So a card is one way. So they're going to come out one way and flee before thee.
Shiva, Darakim.
That probably for, not Shani. Shala'i. Shabai is what he pointed. They saying Shiva. 7 ways. All right, 7 ways. They're coming out one. He said going to flee 7. Come on.
Yahuwah shall amar the baraka upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto, and he shall barak thee in ha'aratz, which Hashem Alaika giveth thee.
We'll say the Shem. Remember, say Hashem will use the name. They
Yes,
don't
sir.
even use her name. So, and the reason why we're looking at this, y'all, is because you want to look at why you ain't getting what you're supposed to get. A couple of things why, because you ain't been guarding it. See, this really don't benefit you, and the reason why you don't read this and why a Christian church don't read it, because you ain't in the state where this even apply to you. It don't apply to you. That's bad when you look at something, they'll tell you, people look at something you fill out, they're just going to put and say, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. Y'all have had something you feel they tell, don't worry. Why they tell y'all that? This don't apply to you. Because you've never paid attention. Nothing he told you, you hadn't done nothing, and you ain't guarded nothing. Everything he gave you, you're supposed to guard it. It's like keeping it as a form of protecting it. Keeping from something happening to it. Y'all got it. Like Daoud guarded the sheep. Now he got making sure nothing happened. And when something came, he said, I took it back. Y'all got it. And now you're looking at all this stuff that should happen to you, and the reason why it ain't happen to you, your fear, it don't crop like it's supposed to. You can't bring in no harm, and you don't know why. You do know why. Because everything he told you to do, you hadn't done it. That's why it come against you. And everything you get, it's going to wind up being an all-out to you. See, something that'll look like it'll work for you, it's going to come to hurt you. And see, and it has to be that way. The only way to get us really to where we got to get to real understand, he just got to break you all the way down. When he crush you, that's when you really get it. Honestly, he had to crush you. You had to be a spectacle. He got the only way it worked. It just ain't gonna work no other way. People might look at that for everybody. It ain't just for you. It's for everybody. People feel like, well, I ain't had to be crushed. Crush you then. That's what you're thinking. He gonna crush you. He gonna have to. Everybody gotta be crushed. Everybody gotta be broken. He gonna have to do it. He don't have to be broken. He said, whoever fall on this stone, what's gonna happen? And if it fall on you, it's going to grind you to powder. Everybody got to be broken because it's just the will. There's certain wills you got to break. There's certain appetites you have to get away from, you got to dispense from. It's a lot of things that hurt you. Some things are kind of like, it's like cleansing your body from certain things. Like some people say, I got what kind of tooth that is that I have? A sweet tooth. I'm going to get that checked too. We ain't getting none. That hot and fast, sweet tooth. And that sweet tooth to make them do what? Always crave something sweet. And a lot of times, we learn later on about that, it's a parasite. It's a parasite that addicts to the sugar. And people claim that they'll blame it on the tooth because they eat with the mouth. You heard them say that? Y'all heard people, it's actually not the tooth. It's actually a parasite. The parasite it has an addiction to the sugar. So you're eating it and assuming that you're satisfying the flesh, but you're actually feeding a parasite. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man, I can't resist it, man. When I see it, I had to have me one. I ain't lying, man. Snicker, I can't, not me. They my testimony. It's not you, nigga, it's the parasite. You see what I'm saying? So the parasite had you thinking that you're feeding, that you're actually feeding yourself something when you're actually feeding the parasite. You have someone carry it, he'll start eating he'll eat a dessert before eating food, the parasite. I just use it. We have the parasite. The parasite don't want the food, it want the sugar first. He said, well, that's how I always eat. You shouldn't be eating like that. But I'm just using it for example. He didn't commit no kata. I'm saying, I don't know about going there. And preacher gonna come, you know, he'll come, I ain't commit no sin. And I didn't say that. But just showing you, like in a sense, I remember somebody, and then he said that's how he always eating food at the table. Did he say that? See, in his mind, and I'm using for example, in his mind he's thinking this is something he's doing. But it's actually not, it's the parasite. The parasite desires the sugar before it desires the salt of the food. You're thinking when you're doing something to the will of his. It's not, it's the parasite. That's why you fulfill the lust of the flesh. See, that's why he talked about purging. People don't realize why a lot of times when people going to do diets and stuff, you know what people do inside? Detox. That's what a lot of folks, man, they'll start writing exercise. But the parasite, that is, I can't lose weight because it's something you got to break first. Everybody think, first time, I'm going to start running, That's not your problem. You got to get rid of parasites. You do, you had to go and you had to cleanse the body. That's the same thing who's for you. He wants to go ahead, let's detoxify. Detoxify is coming in will tell you the different things you have. People have breakouts, they have other stuff. They say, ooh, I got all the skin, I got all that. A lot of times it's the other things that's inside them that'll cause it. These are the reactions of it. And just like when behaviors that you have and things that go, these are the reaction. So you need to know why certain things happen to you because these are the reaction because of the parasite, which is kata. It's a parasite. And until you get rid of the parasite, you'll continue to still desire it. You'll continue to still fulfill it. You have to get rid of parasite. You got to detoxify. That's why we go through the tour. We look at the tour, look at what the tour prescribes, because the tour is trying to get you to fight and trying to get you to overcome the parasite. We got to expel the parasite. That's what Satan is in their rocks. He's a parasite. And who should come in? That's why he got him from up there. You're a parasite. He was a parasite. He took out a third part of him when he was there. He expelled the parasite. They don't have that problem in Shaman. They told you the parasite was coming in. So you already told the parasite was coming. And the parasite upset because it's been cast out. It's like viral disease. When you kill them, they don't kill them. They just dissipate. They leave from the body. They do. Just like he told you when a man, when he cast out or he get out these, the shadim, they go through seeking what? So like when you get rid of corona, it dead, it just go get another host. You're a host. Sometimes you know what you want him to do. You ain't going to believe it. Do what? No. Kill the host. Y'all remember they had that movie years ago similar to this corona. Not contagious, outbreak. No, contagious is similar too, but outbreak was the movie. Y'all remember everybody kept getting sick from the monkey? Hell, how many of y'all seen Outbreak? Dustin, how many years ago? Do y'all remember what the military were getting ready to do? What they getting ready to do? Kill who? They looked like the whole town had it. They were going to kill everybody in the town. You ain't going to believe it. And you look at that movement, Dustin Hoffman ran in and saved them. When Yahuwah come back here, he's going to kill everybody with the parasite. He's going to kill the whole nation. He's like, that's not what, it looked crazy to move. The man just looked at the chart. He said, listen, I killed them to save everybody else. The disease and the host are there. I killed the whole town and the host, and I saved other people. Well, that's what they're going to do in order to get us. He's going to kill all other people so he can keep the ones he said he can redeem, the ones he can keep. Ain't but a remnant. Because everybody, listen, majority of the people had a parasite. You're sitting next to people with parasites. You're serving with people with parasites. Why y'all think he told y'all to come out and, what was again? And what was Badal? Sometimes you'll separate people, keep them from catching stuff. They have parasites. See, you don't look at yourself like that, but then it takes us to take these falls and hurdles for us to really look at just how the bad we are and how things work. And listen, he put this before Hollywood was invented and before Bollywood in India. Yeah. Before Germany had Oscars, before any people come up with drama or documentary. This is right here. This documented. But he knows people not going to take it. So you got to let Hollywood make movies that's similar that you can play off of, that he knows you watch. He knows you understand it. And he said, use that to explain to them what I'm trying to tell them here. They'll think the movie helped them. He break it down to the simplest point for us to get it. You're off-center. You're off-center. It's not going to work. It don't make sense to keep building. You know, before they let me build anything, that man is going to come and check the foundation. They're going to get the plans to check the foundation. They ain't gonna let me just take off, start going and come on. They said, it don't make sense to let you get that far. Let's check it as you're going along. And then we're gonna come and then, like, they'll get me to a point. We're doing a commercial place now, get finished. We're almost to where they say, take off and you can go from here. Got it, take off. From there I take off, when they come back, they're gonna do a final. Now I can get in there, me and Dwayne, we can do our own thing and play around. You know what, man? I'm feeling something in here. Let's do it. When they expect to come, they're going to look at that plan. I don't know why you were feeling it, because this is the plan right here. You should have stuck with it. I failed an inspection. Never failed one. When the first inspection got a fail, I said, God almighty. Somebody did something. He said, is it on the plans? I said, well, look. He said, is it on the plans? I said, so he says it on the plans? I said, all right. Come back tomorrow, it'll be done. Got rid of it. He said the whole plan. Only way he said you can do it, the plan's got to say it. He said that's the only way you can do it, is the plan's got to say it. He said you go take these plans and go back over and you put in the plans, you do it. I said, no, can't do that. The plans ain't be altered. They got to stay the way they are. He said you didn't do what the plans say. I ain't cuss him out. I ain't called him cracker. I ain't tell him he riding, he the devil. Somebody else who did it, he was like, man, nigga, what's wrong with that guy? I said, ain't nothing wrong with that guy. How you just gonna do that? I said, I'm like, I don't have a problem with it. He right. It went on the plan. I look at the plan and think to myself, I don't know how you done it. It wasn't on the plan. Now, he was pissed with the man. It wasn't Dwayne for the record, but the plumber did something. All the man was doing his job. Now, I could have got pissed. Well, I could have told you, dirty crocker, you hate niggas. You don't want niggas to have nothing, niggas. But would I have been honest? I just been in my feelings. I was just mad because I did something shouldn't have been done. And the only thing was to do, go back and stick with the plan. He said, if it's on the plan, you can do it. If it's not on the plan, and of course I was just sitting myself saying, I don't know how this happened. But it happened when you let other people look, and you know what that guy did? He had his own interpretation. He had his own interpretation of the plan. But you clearly look at the plan, I don't know how you done it. And you had to ask yourself when people read it, I don't know how you done it. Only way you could have done it, you had your own interpretation. Because all you had to do was stay with the plan. I didn't know, the way you mind me calling you, talking, this dirty crocker done messed up. Got it right. Got it something that they can't. 100%. Had no problem with it whatsoever. He's the other guy, you won't have a problem with him the whole, I ain't got no problem with him. What he said made perfectly good sense. I stick with the plan. There's no way to have a problem with me. I stay with the plan. You don't want you to have a problem with you, stay with the plan. He gonna condemn your work because you left the plans. Because you had an interpretation. He let stuff like that happen just to let you come back and say, that whole purpose for that happening let me know something too. You know what that is? When I come back Smith and see you, what you think I'm gonna be looking at? When you start talking about, but I was figuring and what I was thinking, what did the plan say? What's on the plans? I didn't think this would hurt. What's on the plans? That's all they want to talk about. Nobody want to talk about that. You know what, really, y'all don't want to see a nigga do nothing. Y'all just want to see a lot of times we try to put stuff on that. Don't nothing never go right for me. I could have pulled that. Every time I'm trying to do good, evil is present. And the man can tell me clearly, you know what? You evil then, Smith. That's the only way it makes sense for you. You evil because the plans, I'm going to tell you what the plans say. That's what you submitted, the plans. Stick with the plan. Where's it in the plan? The veer off. That's all the man been looking at. When he come back, he going to use the plans. That's why we trying to go through and look at the plans, so we'll know. Now, all of us, how many of y'all we were reading? I know y'all didn't. Don't worry about it. Me reading, all this going to happen. You ain't going to catch no young before time. All this stuff going to happen. Your field, your pottery, everything coming in. And this ain't working for you. How many of y'all, this ain't you? That's tight. Ain't but 2, 3, 4. Everybody else, it's the field's been, everything been flourishing for them. I know good well this ain't been working for you. No, everybody, these folks, I seen 3 hands like, not for me, everybody like, this how it been going. And it's a reason why. You know why? When you look at the plan, look at this the plan, and then you look at your life, you say, I done left the plan. You see that? This ain't for you go, oh man, is that one of them white men versions? Don't try to pull that. You don't cracker to start the word all the time. Shabbat mainly what he worried about. No. This man is telling you, so when this ain't happening, you get pregnant and you lose that baby. Or you go out there and you plant some in that field, and you looking at it, what in the world, man, I lost this hope, that thing didn't come up. You ain't going around there and thinking it's some beavers or something in your yard eating them up. Don't chase them beavers. Look at the plan. Did you guard what he gave you? Did you acknowledge him as your personal? Did you listen with the intent to do? And this is why everything you do has failed, because you left the plan. They don't look at that though. It's another reason. Y'all know what it is? Ask me what it is. Devil show you busy. We ain't never used that before. We ain't never heard that one. Yeah, boy, Satan is showing up out here, seeking who he can destroy. See, we start trying to quote something off when you have been a proponent and an advocate for Satan. Who you think you working for, he ain't working for him. You either one or the other. Ain't like I'm Satan. Okay, what? Let me ask you a question. Let me look at something. Sit there, hold on. Aleph, Yehukanan, 1, see if that's 6, 7, 1 John they'll call it. See if it won. I think, what I say, I'm trying to put 5, see. I need that deflation. So talk about now we the sons of Elohim. When I thought it was 1. Is it no? 2. Do me a favor. Someone on my mind. Go to the 2nd chapter, 2 and 1 right quick. Sit some here, 2 and 1. How about that? Still you can what verse I want? Oh, 3 and 1. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely not up here. 3 and 1. I'll go back over there. Let's do this 2 and 1. Before we do this, I want this second one since I'm there. But do this. Get me that 3 and 1 right quick. I just want to ask y'all a question. That's all. I just want to ask a question. 3 and 1. Listen.
See what kind of ahava, ha'ava.
They're saying that the B makes a V sound. Aha. Go ahead.
Has given to us, that Yeladim of Elohim, we should be Kara. And so we are. Therefore, Elam,
Hold on, one. Okay, listen, one. Therefore, the alarm,
Hazah does not have da'as of
knowledge
us
of us.
because it did not have da'as of him.
Okay, so now it just asks you about us becoming the ben of Elohim, sons of Elohim, based on what comparison? Based on what comparison? Yes, sir. Yahushua, sons, plural. Go ahead, Austin. Well, it would basically be based off of first premise. Go ahead, what you was saying? Go. Yes. The Kukabim, and we'd have looked at the Benim and Shamaim. We'd have looked at what they would call the angels, the Malachim, the messengers. They were considered the sons. We know that because of the second chapter of the book of EU, when he told him there was a day, a yom, in which the Benim and Elohim all appeared before him. That's why he told you everything we do when you pray, our Abba, which art in Kodash be thy Shem, thy will be done. Well, just like it was. Why you think he said every male had to appear before him, every one of these muhard? These folk don't do it because they're hard-headed. And the reason why they don't do it because they're not the Benim and Elohim. I already know why they don't do it. Y'all can tell you why. I know why you don't do it. Because he said there was a day, which means he appointed it. Every one of them was there. Till a lot of them keep thinking, well, you know, preacher be wanted to come. Yeah, nigga, because I'm responsible for all the writings. I wrote them. You're only doing it because you're mimicking something. There was a yom when all of them had to appear. Why he told you every male shall appear before me? What are you mimicking? You're following a pattern. So he said, now are we the sons of? Because the Benim and Elohim follow a pattern. They follow a certain order. So when we follow it, I'm saying that you are similar to. Now we have become because we follow the same pattern. So you commit the works of saved. Now what would you be? That's all I want to hear, sons of saved. It ain't hard. I don't know why folks don't say it. It's not hard. How you say that? Because this is going to be based off of what? They came up, you looking up, wrote that he just said us on their own. I feel like we the sons of God. You probably the son of some itches. I didn't put the B now. He said, you're not no sons of Elohim, no. But so that's why we have to go back and look at things. Right quick, since I called it EU, I'm coming back EU. I got that the second chapter, Aleph Yukanan. EU, they call it Job. I don't know how you spell Job, J-O-B, and that's Job. Give me they call it Job, J-O-B. They tell me you can play. That's probably too much playing. EU, his name means persecuted. But then that would be Job, wouldn't it? Come on. 2 and 1. Look at this, EU. Listen.
Again, there was a yom.
What that tell us right off the rip? This ain't the only one they had. You know what I'm saying? When you start with again, this the first time I'm telling you something. This the first and the only time they ever came. Again, what happened?
There was a yom.
What was significant about the yom?
When the Beni Ha-Elohim came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Ha-Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahuwah.
See that? That's what happened to him. When we come up here, Satan be here too. I don't know why folks think Satan don't appear. Satan's scared. He know don't come to the house of God. The man come out of Shaman. Where y'all get this retarded stuff from? The man been in Shaman before. He's scared to come in a brick mortar building. Where people get this mentality from? How many of y'all folks done told that stuff? That devil know he coming here, I'm going to wham out. The man done fought in Shaman. In the presence of Elohim. The man done fought with the Malachim. And that man scared of you in a brick building? In a wood-made building? That devil, come in here. I wear him out. Just stop lying. They don't lie to us so bad. They make a fool out of
Yeah.
us. The man done popped right here. Listen, at a Mohawk when they appeared. He let you know, and listen, and Satan came also among them. He said, well, I ain't going to come all the way. I'm just going to see, just peek through the door and just see what they doing. Man, so I come right here among y'all. But now y'all see why we had to make our appearances. Because he let you know they did it. That's why he told you 3 times in a year. Let's see, Allah Shemut, what's the 23rd chapter? Uyakra. Mm-hmm. 20, no. Allah Shemut. 23. Yeah, and come down. Give me about 13. What you talking about? He named out all his Muhad days in Uyakra. Shemut. The names. Give me 10. Let's see what it say. All right, listen.
And Shas Shanim thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the crops thereof. But the Shavit thou shalt leave it Shamat, and let it lie fallow, that the Evian of thy arm may eat, and what they leave the beast of the Sadah shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thy Kareem, and with thy Zait grove. Shashit Yamim thou shalt do thy work.
I know y'all listen to.
And on the Yom Ha-Shavi thou shalt, I guess it's Shabbat,
Yeah.
thou shalt rest, that thine shore and thine
So
Kamor.
that shit is what he's trying to say for 6 days. And the Yom of the when be Shabbat, will be Shabbai. So he's saying basically that 6 days, the 6th is how that's how they say it. We don't say that anyway. I think it's Shalishi. Yamin days thou shalt do thy work, and on the Yom, he's saying Yom of the Shabbai, thou shalt rest, that thine thy ox, and thy kamar, the donkey, may rest, and
The being of thy Amah and the Gur may be refreshed.
see that? And guess what we found out about Yahuwah? Guess what we learned about Yahushua when he got up? How we know he got to be told that all authority was given to him. That's what he told when he got up. He said all authority, he was refreshed. See, we would learn that because we learned the Torah. See, your body actually synchronized that you rest better on Shalishi, at the end of Shalishi, when you know Shavai. Shavai, for the 7th day when you actually rest, your body actually refuses better. And it does it if you do it according to what he told you to do all the other times. A lot of times they say, I don't know what it is. I just can't get no rest on it. I guarantee if you go and look, you see some transgression while you don't. Because Yahushua did, and Yahuwah, he said what he did, he said, and he was refreshed, and ain't nobody did more work than him. Right. The book, Yahuwah said he did it. That's what Mushah wrote, and said he said, and he was refreshed. But a lot of time why I don't, because we still got other things we anticipate, or we still practicing the things that we're doing. That's why we have to go back and start looking at where are the errors and the default, because there's different things he said he was going to do, and it's not happening. Then we got to go and look at it. It's only one or two things. Either he hadn't done what he said he going to do, or we did what he told us to do. Now, we always going to go with the most obvious. He ain't the liar. Let's go with the most obvious. He ain't the liar. So who we going to start examining? False enough. Isn't that right? Ain't about, man, I don't know what's going on. The world going crazy and all this stuff going on. That thing, a few thousand years from now, Turkey probably get tore with an earthquake. You think about all those buildings them folk built and they put up there. Do y'all know how long that earthquake lasted? 90 seconds. You think in 90 seconds, they got over 50,000 people dead. They got over 200,000 people injured. They got millions of people displaced. They got over 118,000 buildings that are just devastated. Over 90 seconds. He said, once more, I don't shake their rods. He said, I shake the shaman also. I'm breaking them down. Pakistan over there, they got so much stuff going on, looting and robbing. They had the terrorist groups running and everything else. All these were power companies. These countries with nuclear power. Nuclear bomb. What is a nuclear bomb gonna do for them right now? How many people can it feed? Your whole country, that man watched it, he let water come in there and sat and destroy everything. How you gonna win against a man like this? Then you got all the money in the world. How much money it take to go and fix? When water come in, that water come in and come out of the ocean, it leaves so much sand right there, it just destroy everything. The time it'll take you to rebuild and get back, you'll be at the brink of starvation before you get back down. And the next thing you gotta worry about, you don't know when I'm bringing the next rain. He's still not done. He's still not done. You think California, listen, California is the major supplier of olives. Did y'all know that? They actually produce more olives than Italy does. California does. That blizzard helping them out real good right now. Strawberries. California is a major component for the world, what they produce and what they put out. And all they needed was all those fires and now a blizzard. What's it do what for their crops? Starvation for us. He ripping their place apart. He gonna teach, man. They keep thinking you can't buy your way out of everything. You can't. Nobody can escape him. You can look if I have my money right. Think if you're the richest man in Pakistan. Or say you're the richest man in Turkey. What are they gonna do with you with 118,000 buildings tore down? Your family laying up on that rock. What they get for you? Your money gonna come lift that stone, that rubble up? And some of the stuff so dilapidated to touch it to make it worse. You just gotta let it sit there, let it fall. Not to mention it's trembling still. 1,700 trembling. Who doing this? 1,700. Tell me this will not just mentally break you down. 1,700 times the thing's shaking. And you don't know when the next shake coming. When it stops. You don't know when the next quake coming. You don't just get a quake. You get a shake that keeps coming behind it. You get more aftershock than you do from the earthquake. Everybody think the earthquake it's the after trembling that want to hurt you because whatever didn't fall, he's something coming back for it. It was people that were living who escaped the first one. And you know what? He killed some more in the second one. Think about you thinking, praise God. Won't he do it, church? Won't he bring you out? And he kill you with another one come right behind it. How you win? You thinking I escaped that one? Surely he working in my life. He's I let you escape the first one. I'm gonna kill you in the second one. See, that's why you don't play with a man like this. He's not the man to play with. He's going to get you. You can't escape him. Y'all ever see the Terminator movie? When they locked up Reese and they were trying to talk him, he said, well, y'all understand. You can't stop him. He tried to tell me you can't stop it. Like, man, you're in the police station. That man, that came to the police station and told that thing. I saw it in the original came out saying, that tight. That man came to the police station and wreaked hell. Them guys like, son, you're in the police station. That man tore that police station apart and came through that, didn't it? He tried to tell him, you can't reason with him. You can't stop him. Should have told him about Yahuwah. He coming. Ain't no hiding place. No hiding place. So we'll come off and running. Listen, what it said. And in all things
that I have said unto you,
how you want me to be?
Be circumspect.
I want you to be upright. He said everything I told you. And we learned this from who?
Musha.
Who? Musha? Why you said Musha?
Because he told him to be careful what he told him in the hard to follow the pattern.
We can learn it too from Kahalah. He said, made unashamed upright. That made sense. And then all your power, your doors, they had to be straight. So how you walk in a straight gate? How you do it? How you kicking that thing? Like that? So see what I'm saying? So when he told you to enter ye in, see, this is what people don't realize. So he set every pattern up to where it was. Let me borrow it for a second. Come on, my borrow me. We're gonna be the way. Hold on. You gonna stand on him. You gonna walk with me? I'm gonna be the way. Hold on. So we gonna be the way. You can walk. Come on, we walk with. Come on. Hold on.
I'm doing my best.
Come back. Go do your work, son. That man try to get that mercy. That man increase it. I'm trying to do my best. Okay, you didn't want to put no check up down. No, I'm saying he said, I'm trying to do my best. I know it's tight. All right, we're gonna walk with me. Like that, walk with me. So come on. So try to go to the left. Try to go to the right. Try to go to the left. You know what I'm saying? That's the way. The way to keep this how the way was set to make sure he go. All right, nobody. Now you don't walk the way. Now you got to come through the gate. Come lean in. Come put the check up there. You said it lean. I ain't said Mr. I apologize to y'all at home. We should have practiced way for. We start coming in at 6 o'clock on Shabbat morning so we could practice because I didn't know we were gonna have all the incident happen like that. What's your name up there? All right, there you go. So this ain't your first time. So we the gate, but it's straight and you gonna come in leaning. You see? So in doing that, now you come straight. And see, it is narrow, so he ain't got no room. He can't come through it doing all this here. See, the reason why it's good, appreciate y'all. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this, so they set everything up to a pattern to, when he told a man how he ought to walk, this is common sense to me. I already know I can't go left and right. I already know in order for me to get in, I gotta be circumspect. I already know it's narrow, telling me, listen, so what I'm gonna do, the gate narrow, what I'm gonna do before I go there, I'm going by Ryan's. Because I'm supposed to go down there with, I'm gonna go to Ryan's every day. I ain't talking about Ryan Madwell. I'm gonna go to Ryan's every day. And I'm taking a chance because the gate is what? Well, you know what? They don't need to open them gates up. Because niggas, we thick bone. So if the gate gonna have to make preparation, the gate gotta make adjustment, who gonna make adjustment? All right, man, I ain't finished slam. Listen, man, they want a nigga in there, they need to make it bigger. They just like them airplane seats. They don't make them fat for you. They like, no, these seats gonna stay the same way. You have to cut down to get in these seats. So that way he look at, so when you talk to them, our forefathers who heard it, who actually operated and listened with hearing, I want you to construct it. And they had to set back, you know, they had to look at who can walk in that gate? Because you remember they asked, who could be saved? Get what they looked at. Who can get in that gate? Who could get in there? They looking at the gate, they thinking, a big man looking at it, that's great, who can get in there? A person that will look at downsizing. A person that will sit back and consider things they're going to need to get with. Like, let me say, seeing also we could, because people watching so great a cloud of witnessing, what we need to do. Lay aside every way. And that does so what? Let me borrow it again. Try to get in the gate. And you have some stuff with you. Just have some stuff with you. And then you get that. You can get that pan. I got that too. Get that pan. Yeah. Okay, stuff. Now, his problem why he gonna get in, the typical he gonna keep bumping trying to get in. What he need to do? Lay aside. That's good. Appreciate it. Illustration kind of teach up better. You know what we keep doing? Keep bumping. Guess what happened? The Lord don't want him to be saved. Y'all seen him trying. Did y'all not see him trying? What else can a man do? What else can a man do after he done tried? It ain't for him, is it? That's all. It can't be for you. Because you tried. These are the stupid rationale that we use, or the stupid rationale that we use when the man, I'm not changing the way for you. The way is straight. Y'all hear me? The way narrow and the gate straight. So everything they knew, if it's now, I can't afford to try to crip on the narrow way. I'm finna crip walk. Close my eyes and take off. It's narrow. Which means I'm gonna have to be what? He told you not to be anxious for nothing. Because it's so narrow, I could slip and fall off this thing. How much room do I have to play with? Like some stuff we got, how much can I play with? You can't, because it's too narrow. And the gate too straight. So I always got to look at how I posture myself. And he don't want you to be saved, because that's why he didn't tell you this information. See, everything that they work, that's why I said, when you try to study it from a King James perspective, and look at it from a King James perspective, and look at it from a European dialect, it doesn't allow you to think on the way that, everything he put them in operation mode. They knew this. This was common sense for them almost. When I said common, because they look at the way. The way narrow. The gate straight. So when the man told me, be circumspect, it makes sense for me to come. They said they come, or they said, come, let us go to the Beth Elohim. And he would say, so the Beth Elohim, to get there, how was it going to be? It's going to be narrow. And it's going to be narrow. You know how I'm going to know? Can't but a few going to be able to find it. He said, it's too narrow. Wide, big, old much, some stuff. They say, go down here, you go. You heard it. You can't miss it. You heard that before. You know why? Because why you can't miss it? It's so broad and big. He said, but the way that lead to Kai ain't about man, folks just keep, they said, man, folks, he said, I rode by that place, I don't know how many times. I couldn't even find that place. It said, you ain't gonna believe it. Ain't but a few even find it. Think of in life, hey, y'all ever rode past the place, you don't roll up, you said, I've been up and down this street, I look right at the thing, I didn't even know you were here. Guess what guess why he let that happen? So we understand what he's telling us. Everybody's not going to find it. Some people went to a place and said, man, I was riding, I couldn't miss that place. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't miss it for the world. He said, yeah, it's a broad way. He said, but the way that lead to Kai is different. It's tight and it's tedious. That you have to look at everything and be careful about things because you can't afford to miss it. You can't afford not to get it. You can't afford to be on the outside of it. So all these things came up. Think about it. So in their construction, they realized in building, this ain't a way you can play. Everybody can't get in here. And he won't let you unlock because he gave you measurement. You said, look, I know this said, but let's be practical. All of us are here on the same side. And I want everybody to be saved. I'm just going to go ahead and make it. But he said, you could do it, but I tell you what, that ain't my way. He said, you can do it, but that ain't my way. It's intended for a man or woman to get there and realize what you need to do. When you get there, you need to consider. You sit at the door, what you need to do. You done came all the way on this narrow way, and you done got to the door. What you need to do? Whatever it takes for me to get in. Let me tell you something. Let me borrow again. Come on. Let me show you something. Big man. Put a check up there. You scared. I was doing it. Yeah. When I'm doing my act, man, and folks start, it make me nervous. Also, now you know what happened. So let me borrow you for again. So now we took him down the narrow way, right? Now he get to the gate. He get in that gate. Try to get in that gate. So now what he could do, because you got to be straight. That's not straight. Your only way in is straight now. This is the way. Now go on, try to go on. Now I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Tell you what you can settle. And you can turn around, you can go back to your seat and let it go. Or you can lose an arm. It'd be better for you to lose that arm than you to go back to that seat and you go to Sheol with both of them. Or you can get in here to life. The gate ain't changing. So now he's at a point where he's going to have to consider now, how long you had that arm? You got a month ago?
38 years.
38 years. How old are you?
38.
So you had it pretty much all your life. Ever since you know about arm, you had it. Because the gate ain't changing. The way ain't changing. See, this is where we get. And now he got option that's a little much. I'll be honest with you. I want to do it, but it's a limit to everything. It's a limit to everything you do. I'm just being practical. Certain things ain't for you, and you just got to know what ain't for you. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you have to give up a leg. It'd be better for him to give up a leg and get in him than to go back to that seat and have both of them. See what I'm saying? This is where we at. When you get it, God appreciate y'all. And this is what we nut up at right here. What you willing to do to get in? See, that's why you get. You gave up. You took this tight road. You done took the chance to come here. Then you got to the door, and what happened now? Now you don't want to give up nothing. He said, well, go ahead and keep it. He said, but you're going to wind up losing in the march pot. You're going to enter in the Sheol with both your arm, both your legs. He said, well, the maggots don't die. Ain't no wonder. And he said, and the fire ain't going to be put out. See, that's what we got to consider. But see, how things get up, it don't matter. See, God is large and in charge. He just going to spread the gate and make it bigger. That ain't fair to everybody else who done got here and ain't made it. And to those that gave up and sacrificed to get in. Let me look up. Sit at Nakum Yah. Sit at the 4th chapter right quick. 4 and 1, Nakum Yah. They call it Nehemiah. Nakum Yah. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Listen.
But it came to pass that when Sanballat, Shammah, that we were rebuilding the Comma, he was angered, took great indignation, mocked the Yahudim.
See that? See that? And he started to mock the Yahudim. Go ahead. Start to ridicule them. Listen.
And he spoke before.
They mocked them. That was Dexter. Dexter, they mocked the Jews. Listen.
And he spoke before his Akim and the Sabot of Shamram and said,
they saying Samaria. Nobody know what Samaria is. The name of the city is Shamram. What happened? And what did they say?
What do these feeble Yahudim?
First of all, they feeble. So what we learn now? What were you feeble for? Weak. And what Yahuwah said?
Strength made perfect.
He is. Keep going. He on their way up now. Go ahead. So that's what we like. Listen. Will they do what?
Fortify themselves.
And do what?
Will they zabak?
Oh, look at that. What that happen?
Will they finish in Ayun?
Will they do what?
Revive the Avanim.
We have a bond, y'all. I was a bond. They use an Ava. So typically what we find, they're saying that the best, the B makes, they're saying it leans more toward a V sound. So what they're saying Ava, instead we saying Ava, they're saying it makes more of an Ava. What I get from it, that the translators are saying that it makes more of an Ava than we're saying Abba. Y'all got it? It's what they're trying to say. So they're putting the V, typically seeing the V, that we call the V, they typically saying that that's the sound they're getting that's actually enunciated versus what we hear, okay? That's what they saying. Don't tell no lie talking about that's what I said. You see, I said that's what they saying from translating. Come on.
Will they revive the Abonim out of the heaps of the burned rubble? So
you think about this. Think what they're looking at. Look what all had to happen to put it back. To put it back. Y'all see what all they're going to have to do? They were going to have to fortify. They had to come together. That's what they're going to fortify. They're going to have to come together. Then they're going to have to sacrifice. That's when they're going to have to give up something or go above. That's what they're going to do. Then that was the only way they're going to do it. They're going to have to revive what was burned. They're going to go and take it. Typically, you see something burned, people look at it refuge. That's trash, garbage. He said, I can fend through that and show you can still use it. I took how it was burnt. Y'all seen it. I put it back. I couldn't use all. I took what could be revived. The rest I had to get rid of it. That's how he said, I had to put it back. So all I had to consider. I had to make some sacrifices to do it too. I didn't get it done in a day, but I had to make sure in order to complete it, and I had to sacrifice to do it. See, it's all about what your job, what your mission is, or what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? What goals you more or less set for yourself. When it come down, if they were gonna put that wall back, he said, that's how you're gonna do it. Y'all know why the wall stayed down? Because they couldn't find nobody that was willing to do it. That's why your life stay down and stay in rubbish. Can't find nobody to do it. That's why it stay like that. See, what you seeing in mirror can't be put back, it couldn't be done. He had somebody brought it, he saw it, he looked at it, and those people watching said, I don't say they could do it. Well, only one way. They're going to have to come together. They're going to have to be together. They all going to have to be, they're going to have to speak the same thing. Nobody, I do it, but I don't believe in it. I ain't going to believe you. They're going to have to speak the same thing. The only way they're going to do it. That's how they built the tower in Babel, didn't it? They ain't all speak the same thing. And when they did, what happened? There's going to be division. That's right. So when he said they were going to have to fortify and come together, they were going to have the same mindset. How is they going to put it? And they're going to have to be willing to say, nobody can sit there and say, you go in your pocket, I ain't going in mine. You can give up yours, I ain't giving up mine. I help, but I ain't doing that. Everybody who's going to be a part is going to have to sacrifice. He said, listen, the people watching them came up and said, I don't know way you could do it. It don't make sense. Everybody looking saying, I don't see nobody doing it. Unless there's some odd reason they come together, all of them. Unless they sacrifice. Because there's going to be a lot of sacrifice to put it back. And they're going to have to revive what's been burned. They'll have to bring it back. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Y'all better take the refuge, the rejected part of showing. You can do it. That's why I tell all the time about coming together. I try to put y'all together on smaller end of doing things. Y'all terrible people. As a whole, y'all terrible people. Y'all find every reason not to do what I tell y'all to do. That's why your lives in rubble. That's why you stay there. It's hard for y'all to follow and do what you're told to do. I have a kazoon of doing something and say, let's do it. Y'all give me every reason to fight it. You can do it. I can't. That's why you're in the position you're in. That's why y'all stay in the rich you're in. And you can't do nothing. That's why you can't do it. The people seeing saw what they need to do. And the people who did it saw what they knew what they had to do. We're going to have to fortify. We got to come together. We got to have the same mind. We got to work for the same, got that same work effort because we're trying to get to the same goal, completion, putting it back. Taking out what's been rejected, what's been torn down. That's what he did for us. Took up. Are you a new you? Took you and rebuilt you. We were rejected. I was refuge. Nobody saw no good in me. Nobody come get me. You know what? I see something in you. I'm going to take you and get you and make something out of you. Nobody. Just like Yahushua was, I was rejected unashamed. Hello? Man of sorrow, acquainted with grief. Hello? And that, I was so similar to him. And when people see me, they hear as it was, they face from it. I was despised and rejected. That was us. That's why we had to come. That's why he said we have not a Rosh Kohan that can't feel our infirmities. He said I was despised. I was rejected. Hello? And everything come back. We looked at all his suffering. That what healed us. Everything he went through and what did, that's what healed us. Y'all hear me? So now we start to look at what it actually takes to put things back. Fortify. Let's see what fortify means. So 3 words I want to say. Fortify, sacrifice, revive. We use them. We know them. I think we kind of look at them and see if it gives us a different kind of outlook about it. You know what I'm saying? When you look at things, you really know what they say from the perspective of that's the words they use. Provide a place with what? Defensive works as protection against. Woman come up to me. She said, give me that pickle. I give it to her. You know what I did? I fortified. I have to, that's because he told them to guard it. Y'all remember he told them to guard? Provide a place with defensive works as protection against attack. Let me tell you why that was important. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. How the wall got tore up? I ain't hear you. What was it? Attack. So why would I put the wall back up without a protection? What's going to probably happen to the wall, Rod? It's going to get it. All my work going to fall again. So I got to be able to guard the wall. So they think it's just about doing, this is what you look at. Get saved. Then I got to guard it. That's why, see, they started to learn it. And you know what Malcolm y'all wound up doing? He wound up sitting people on the wall while they was building. Guess what they were doing? They were defensive. You know what they're thinking? Once I finish building it, then I get a defense. But have you ever had to set security on a new construction site? Yes, sir. After the building was done? Or while they were building? You know what they looked at? Somebody will come in and steal while we're building, Boston. And get what they do? They're going to set up defense after they get saved. You got to have defensive measure while you're building. You know why they were building? They had their swords on it, and it makes sense. See, when you don't look up, now don't it make sense why they was on the wall? You're thinking, man, that's a weight, right? That's not a weight. It's somebody going to try to stop me. If people not going to let me build, they're going to be against me building. So I got to be able to defend while I'm building. So these men were working with one hand and had a sword in the other hand. And and then Shaul told you, find a my king, be what? Strong. Well, what you supposed to put on? So that you'll be able to do what? What you wrestle against? And not against who? Why we make people out fight? So these people are looking at, see, when he told them this, people who understand the conversation of people understood when you're building, you have to fortify. Not just come in, you got to have a defensive place against attack. Your adversary is, he's going to warn your mind, and he's going to warn the members of your mind, the members of your basalt. If I can't get through here, I'm going to make a clitoral, I'm going to make a penis rise up, I'm going to make an appetite come for something. That's how he works. So now what I got to do in my mind? I got to fortify him. Does this make sense? He put some of my heart against Tamika. I got to fortify him. That's an attack. This can go bad, and this is going to hurt me. I'm trying to build. So everywhere where an enemy can come, that's why you think he told, put on the helmet aside. Why would you put on the helmet? Because something wind up getting in your head. Why you put something over your chest? A breastplate. Vital organs in here. Kidneys, liver, heart, lungs. These are vital. So I'm providing protective gear. What about my feet? Shod. Isn't that right? So I'm walking. I can step on something. Something can take me down the feet. I don't care what, listen, I don't care how good a soldier, how good a player you are, football player. Let them toes get cold. You done. When them feet cold, it's over with. You can't do it. You can't do it. Am I lying? When them toes cold, them feet, cha-cha-cha. They don't cha-cha-cha. Them toes break. I don't want to do nothing. Get them toes cold. Man, no. So he look at, I want to have him shod with the preparation of the debar of shalom. And now you got to take, what he told you to tell, what about the sword? I got to have something to fend against to keep you from getting up on me. So a lot of times people don't realize the importance of it. It wasn't just trying. That's why he told you in using, look, he gave you all kind of weapons, but he told you fighting against ru'akni, spiritual things. You know what I'm saying? Yet he described what? All natural. Because people use a sword know what they use for. People who put a breastplate. People know about having their feet shod. People who know the shield. Because you can have the same weapon I have. I got to defend against it. My first line of attack is to get you to hit the shield. I'm trying not to get you here. This is secondary. If I got a shield, I'm trying to repel before you get there. When Uriah went, how did he wind up dying? They shot him from the wall. Nobody got up on Uriah and got him. They was on the wall shooting arrows. And you know what Dow asked him? Why were you so near the wall when you know he was shooting? If I had my shield. You think everybody got to get up on you. Man, that stuff come from far. Old desire, old behavior, that stuff will come from afar. I got to have my shield so I can block against it. Always, oh, don't you know I got my shield? Stick me here. This secondary retard. My first line, man, I'm not even trying to get you that close. I'm trying to defend before we get here. You trying to test something you ain't testing, you tempting. Now we look at how Daud was successful. Everything he used was what Shaul told him, but he had it because he used Yahuwah. He used Yahuwah. That was his defense. That's what set him up to fortify, to defend against. This is what had him sitting here willing to sacrifice even his own self, because he looked at it was for Yasharal. Hello? He said he had defied Yasharal and the Kai Elohim. He looked at it was a reason why. Why y'all think Yahushua came down here? Who he sent them to the lost sheep of Yehuda? I can't defend Yasharal. He came down to defend Yasharal. That way, is it not a cause? If any of them 12 would have asked him, man, why are we going out here for Yasharal? Is it not a cause? Was it not a cause to come down here to do what he did? People want to know why Yahushua come. He said it was a cause. Right. Say he had defied against her. He had spoke against Moshe. Because he saw it, he looked at it. He said, man, even the Malachi more. He said, it does not even bring no real egg. They won't do some stuff y'all do. Some of the stuff y'all do, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. Satan did it against Moshe. They rebuked him. He said, man, they does not bring a real accusation. Y'all to do stuff you shouldn't do. He said, they greater in power and might than you are. See, but you don't know that when you don't know pecking order and you don't understand how things are set up. People look at it, well, I don't really see a big problem. That's your problem. Stick with the plan. He got a plan for a reason. Because he come back, he going to grade you according to the plan. Hello? All right. Let's look at that second chapter now. Hello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we saw, what was our next word we're looking at? Sacrifice. Listen, an act of slaughtering an animal or a person or surrendering a possession as an offering. They use God to Elohim. They'll use divine, supernatural, whatever they want to use. They're trying to open up for everybody. But we're looking at this is what we got to be, surrender. A person surrender. You saw something? Act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy. An act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy. What y'all do with that? Hello? Wow. Like him trying to get in that gate. But it's all about his decision, though. The arm might have been more important. The leg might be more important. So the only reason a person not going to make it, a person not going to get in, how you regard this stuff. What's the most important thing to you? That's what's going to keep you out. That's why you want to know if they sacrifice. Will they regard putting that wall back as more important than themselves? More important than their desires. That's the only difference between a person that's going to make it and a person that don't. How you regard it. What do you think most important? And what do you think most important is what you're going to give your time to. Your attributes going to prove it out and show it. Y'all got it. It's going to prove it out. What's most important to you? Fulfill the lust of the flesh, which is the basar, or to fulfill the will of Elohim. Because that's what they looked at to put that wall back. See, for you to get back and to get with him and be with him, you're going to have to sacrifice. Which means it's going to be an act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy. And when you do other things, what are you saying the most important things are? You see that? See, when we don't look at it and nobody explains it to us like that, we don't consider it the same way. Because a lot of these words, we don't fortify, sacrifice. We hear these words when you, but you don't really think in detail how many different connotations a word might have, which means it has a different outlook now when I look at it. So why can't I be saved? It don't make sense. What do you view as more important? What's more important, a nut? You a squirrel? What is it? What is it? A hand job? What's more important? A gazelle? Telling a lie? What's more important? So you sacrifice. You're right, being saved is very impossible. Simply because you're going to have to fortify. You got to set up a protected place. Hello? What y'all think he did? And I think it's the 18th chapter of the book. You don't have to go and get it. 18, maybe 10 of the book of Marshalling. He said the Shema of Yahuwah. What was it again? The Sadiq run into it and what? That's called Fortify. See that? He had to set up a protected place. That's why you got the name. You trying to build. Then you just hear your enemy just told you what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do what? Fortify first, didn't he? So guess what he did? He gave you a name. And say the name is a strong tower. It's a defense. It's a fortified place for protection. Now, the Sadiq going to run into it and they're going to be safe. The only way they're going to get it, they're going to have to sacrifice. Why he told you, I beseech you therefore, I king, by the Khan of Yahuwah, that you present your body. What was again? Wow. Giving it up for something that you view of value is more important. Look at Yahushua. Now it makes sense because I Palau all the time. I call him Al Zabak, which means he valued and viewed our salvation as more important than his life. He looked at the reward that he was going to receive. He didn't just do it now. Please don't be stupid. He didn't do that just for you. Something else was entangled with it. Hello? I've been fishing and pulled up some other stuff. That ain't what I want, but because it was entailed with it and caught up with it, it came up. He did it for himself. But it was all connected with you. It was contingent upon if he was going to get anything, it was going to be connected to you. That's the only way you're going to get him to do it. Why else would he have done it? Hello? How do we understand that? Okay, go ahead, preacher. Exactly right. With Jacob. When Jacob, his son, when Yehuda, he had taken off, Yehuda had taken Joseph off to the side, who he thought. And he told him, I know that you were even as Pharaoh. And he tried to explain to him, he told him how his Abba, he said, he's an old man. He wanted to keep Benjamin. And he told him how his Abba had these two sons. He said the one was killed. He lost him. He said, this last one, Benjamin, he said, this is only one. He said, and if anything should happen to Benjamin, he said, my father would wind up going to the ground. He would wind up going to the grave. And he explained to him why. He said, because their life was tied in the sun. He let him know. He said, if anything happened to this one, he said, it'll kill my father because his life was tied into him. And Yehuda knew, I can't let nothing happen to this boy. I don't want my father to die. See? So we start looking at it's an attachment. Understand what Yahushua did. But in order to get him to do it, there was something in it for him. Like people say, I just want to be saved. I mean, it's just what I should do. No, I do it because there's something in it for me too. That's why people do it and stop, because you don't see the value of it. I'm not just, you think I'm up here and I'm sacrificing, I ain't touching no other women, and I ain't doing nothing else, and I'm doing all this because of you niggas? I want to be plain and flat because of you niggas? It's all contingent upon my life tied into it. That's why I do it the way I do it. It's tied into it. Why is someone sacrifice? For what? You people steal and lie from me. You people rob me blind. Why would I do it? Except my life is tied into it. Who would be that stupid? My life tied into it. That's why I do it. It's contingent upon. That's the way I'm going to get it. Listen, you think he going to let me come in here, get this reward, don't do none of the suffering work go with it, because he done did it all on the two, and I don't have to do it now. And there I go right now. That don't make sense. That's when Shaul knew when he got stoned and left for dead. That's why he told him how we must do much tribulation. We follow the man. We pattern it. Listen, stop this stuff of thinking somebody came down here and died for you, and now you ain't got to do nothing. You walking in. Look, retard. You only getting in because you mimicking somebody. You're mimicking somebody, okay? Your losses, he had losses. Your hurt, he was hurt. Your moot, he was moot. He was murdered. He was killed. You're mimicking somebody. Okay. See that the 6th chapter book of Kazum. 6 and 5. I think they call it, what they call it? It's in Revelation. Oh, why don't y'all drop it for? It's in Revelation. No, he don't talk like that. Preacher, in Revelation. Seven, so let's see if it's 7 then. Might be 6 and 7. Mm-hmm. Drop down. Let's see 9. Let's see what 9 say. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Come on.
And when he opened the Katam Ha-Kamishi, I saw underneath the Mesbeach the Nephash of the ones having Mut, or Kadush Hashem, having been slain as martyrs.
For the name. Y'all keep saying Shem, the name. Whenever you say Shem, it's the name. Go ahead.
Having been slain as martyrs because of the Debar of Elohim, and because of their Salom Edis,
testimony,
which they had given. And they sayak out, saying, Rabbono shel Alam, HaKadash, and Ha-Naiman ad Mosi, is it to be until you shafit and avenge our dam on the inhabitants of the Ha'arats.
You see that? They want to know how long it's going to be before you come back and avenge their dam on their rights. Let's see when.
And they were each given a katel, and it was told them that they will rest yet a little while.
They were told they're going to have to stay dead for a little while. Stay in that state that they were in for a little while. How long they going to have to stay? What was the reason why?
Until the mispar should be complete of their fellow Abadim.
Until you wind up dying the same way. You're following a pattern, people. You're following a pattern of people. Everybody got to come through the same way. Now, I'm trying to tell you, y'all go ahead. I know what you believe. That all these people are going to be saved, and you're the only one going to suffer. They're not going to be saved. They're not going to be saved. Everybody that's going to do it come out of something. To prove it to you, when they came out, Mizraim, you know what them folk came out through? They came out through fire. They came out through drought. They came out through darkness. They came out through disease. They came out through pestilence. They came out through all those things. That's how he saved them. That's why he immersed them. And you know why he made his first burial? Guess what he told them? I'm not making it with nobody who wasn't there. Y'all don't think that's kind of very odd? That he didn't take no walk-ons? He said, I make this burial with those who are alive who were there. Because those people came out of tribulation. Why didn't somebody just ran up in here and got it? You can't get it. Quit being stupid, people. You're not going to be saved unless you come out of. Who did he make it with? He said, I only make it with those who were alive. He ain't say nobody, baby. I got pregnant right after we came out, so that means it was a fetus in my stomach. Listen, Let's go over this again. I make this Baruch with those who were alive that day, that had seen and known. If you didn't see it, you didn't know it. What agreement we got? The only people he's saving, see, you've been sold these bad bills of good, that you were going to be saved, and Jesus paid it all. Christ on the cross, that's it. Ain't nothing for you to do. So why we come to service? I don't know why you pay tithes. Jesus paid all that on the cross. Because people are stupid. People want to be stupid. People want to believe stupid stuff. Everybody that's saved, everybody that's going to be saved, will come out of something. You're going to lose something. You got to lose something. Oh, okay. I see it in the Malku, hopefully. And I told him around, hope you make it in, hopefully. Go ahead and keep being stupid. Nobody making it in the Malku, they ain't lost nothing. Don't believe it. All of them resisted. Let me see something. Pick me up and say that 11th chapter of the book of Abarim, they call Hebrews. 11. So I'm down probably about verse 7. Let's see what it says. Come on.
By Amunah, Nuad, having been warned about the things not yet visible to the Un of Basar, and being an Ish of Yaret Shamayim, built the Taba for the Gula of the Bes Ha-Nuat. By his Amunah, he condemned the Olam Haza, and he became the heir of the Sadiq Elohim, that is credited to Yahuwah, that is credited to Amunah. By Amunah, Abraham Abinu, when he was called to go out to a Malkum, which he was about to receive as a Nakala, responded with Mishmaat, and he went out not having da'as of where he was going.
He had no knowledge of it. Come on.
By Amunah, he made Aliyah to Ha'arat, Asher, Debir,
the word.
Ha'arat, Ha'tak, the promise, Shaba Arat.
Well, that's fine. Come on.
As in an Arat, Zerah, Kai in Ohalim, as did Yaskah and Yaakov, the fellow Yershim of the same Haktakah.
The promise. So they lived in tents. When people sacrificed, they went out and they lived in tents in the land. Y'all see that? In a strange land. They talk about Yashakah and Yaakov, and how they were heirs, and the same set right here according to the promise. Come on. So let me say, these folks had a promise, and these folks was in a strange land living in tents. What would we say they were doing? Sacrificing. How you put that together, Boston? They valued the promise more important than them having a house built. And you know what's funny? You heard about Yasakar and Yaakov doing it. You ain't going to believe about Yasharah when he brought them out, about the house that they built when they came out. They stayed in booths. They put, guess who they were mimicking? Yasakar, Yaakov, that they had to stay in tents. He made them dwell in it. Because you getting a promise I gave to some people that did it. How you come along, you don't have to do it. I want my own, I gotta have my own. Well, the people gave the promise, had to let go of something, and they had to trust them on. This is where I want you at. Abraham went to a land he knew not. He had no knowledge. Did it say he had da'ats of Elohim? No, he didn't have knowledge of where he was going. He had knowledge of Elohim. Elohim had given him a promise, a Shabbat. This man was willing to sacrifice to do it. He would have did like us, he'd still been at the house now, dead and rotted. In the house, dead and rotted. Because we can't give up nothing. Poo-poo be hurting. Ding-ding get hard. These people sacrifice. This is the promise. And now you got to look at, you're in a strange land. He made them dwell in booths. Guess why? And they probably no doubt wanted it. That don't mean you brought us out and made a dwell in booths. The people who I gave the promise to did this. Now why should you get it and you've done nothing? You're a retard. Why would you get this? What have you lost? What are you giving up? Once I see it and know where I'm going, then I can follow. He said, don't worry about it. Abraham didn't know where he was going. He had knowledge of Elohim, and his man took him on his word. He said, that's why I kept what I told him I'm going to do to him. And I'm going to keep it with him and everybody that'll follow the same pattern he get. And I'm going to look at them as his men, as heirs. Because you follow the same pattern, surely you proceeded out from him. Since he demonstrated it first and you follow, he'll be the father and you'll be the son. And I'll acknowledge you because the son is the inheritor of the father. So when the clip start moving, bump the promise. Picker get around there, cucumber back up hard, bump the promise. Yahuwah said, bump you too. I'll give it to somebody else. See, everybody keep trying to get something, but these people all went by Amanah strong in what it was they believed and resisted. He said, before I give this to you, I want to see how you're going to stand. He gave him the promise in his house. Now I want you to come out. I want you to leave from out of there. I want you to prove out your work. That's how you're going to get it. You trying to get something, you ain't proved out nothing. You prove you're a failure. You prove you're a liar and a hypocrite and a thief, but you never proved that you'll do what the man told you to do. And now you ain't gonna believe, who know what I want right now? Save me. Save me, please. He's like, I'm confused. This is not hard. Everybody I say sacrificed, they lost something. Everybody he saved went through something. There's nobody he's been born that came through here and ain't went through nothing. EU, richest man in the whole world. Did it tell her how he got his riches? For all we know, he was born with it. For all we know, he walked right out the womb and everything was right there. For as we know, right? Do we know he lost it? He said, I want you to see that. He lost it. What about his son? What about his daughter? What about the house they had? What about the animal? What about his Aberdeen, his servant? What about his health? What we know about him now? Save! Dear God, Jesus, don't let me go through nothing. I don't want to lose nothing. Please, Jesus, God, Father, Mary. Makes sense you want to be saved. I'm looking at it. It just all makes sense. It's clear to me now. Before it wasn't clear, but it makes sense. People quit being stupid. There's nobody that came through and went through nothing. Nobody. It's impossible. So you thought that he just came to die. He came and died for your sin. What that teach you unless you had to come through? You still got to pay for what you've done. See, you thinking somebody paid for your, Christian church told he paid for your sin. You still got to pay. You still got to suffer for it. I just came along and gave you an out that you don't have to burn if you follow the pattern. The act has happened. That's why the man had to moot. There's got to be some kind of reposition. Just like they were sitting there crying out there up under there. They're like, how long? What they said, before we get, no, we want vengeance on the people that did this. They sit up on the throne all here. You think they'll be sitting there thinking about, man, I'm just ready to come on and be in the kingdom. No, these people got to pay for this. These people got to pay for what they've done to us. They want you to pray for these people. Pray for these people. What they up on the, so did he say they were under the altar praying for forgiveness for them people? So where I get it from? They want to know how long before. See, they don't want to talk about this. They don't want to talk about that. This in the book. Why they went up on the soul praying? Why they want to tell him, dear God, Jesus, Mother, Father, or Mary? I done seen before too. I don't want to see nothing happen to these people. It's in the Bible. They wanted to know how long before you avenge it. And you ain't gonna believe when Yahushua come back here. He ain't coming back, Bishop. Come on, baby. He ain't coming back for no grace and repentance. Come on, get enough. You trying to get too smart. You say it, Con. Come on. Give yourself a check for trying to come up with your own words. You need these cuffs on. That's what you need. So these are the things that we really try to sit back and look at and consider. None of us getting away. That's what they would sit up on the throne. And this is how they want to know. How long? How long? So that man come back, he come back here with a whole army. He come back with a sabot of people looking at vengeance got to be recompensed to these people. This is why he told you, even Yehuda, I'm going to repay you to your pani. You did this in my face. I'm going to make you pay for it. I'm going to repay you to your face. All right. Just want to say it that way. We'll finish that this 11th chapter. We'll come on down a little bit. Let me see what 15 say. Come on down. Let's see something. 20. Pops, let me see. Come on down. Let me see 22 maybe. Okay. Let's see, 23. We'll probably run down. I went down a little further, but let's go. Come on.
By Amunah, Mashah, Rabbi knew when he was born, was hidden.
The Rabbi knew it's supposed to be for parents. So what now? That's something they put in there. Because I think of his mother, it would really refer to his mother. That's what I'm wondering when they say, when they're trying to say parents. Go ahead. When he was born.
Was hidden, Shelosha Kodashim.
Which is going to supposed to be for 3. They're trying to do that for 3 months.
Shalishi Kodashim, because they saw he was a Yalit.
So he's a child, a tube child.
And they had no Pekad at the Malak decree.
You see what they did? Now these folk had a say. Them folk had a law that they were supposed to kill him. That's what the Malak law was. That the male child was supposed to be killed. But the parents looked at, they didn't regard what he was saying. So they sacrificed and they hid him. For 3 years. That's what they did. They hid him for 3 Kodashim, which title the moons. So they try to use that for what we have Kodash. But the thing that we're trying to look at with him doing this was mimicking who? Yahushua. Y'all didn't know so y'all didn't catch it when Yahushua was talking to Pelotus and he told him, you don't know I have power, that I can release you, and I have power that I can put you. He said, you don't have no authority, man, at all, except that would give you from Shamayim. And Yahushua hid him for 3 Yamim. See, that's why he tried to tell y'all looking at Mushah, he said he was talking about me. He was hid. Think about it. They didn't know where he was. When they came there, they were asking where they laying. They didn't know where he was at. He had been hidden. Don't worry about it. Come on.
By Amunah, Mushah, Rabbi knew when he had grown, refused to be Kara, the bin of Pharaoh's Ba.
You see that? But you don't refuse to be with these folks. You don't refuse to have the titles and the fame of these people. That man gave up position, sacrifice. He refused to take it. No, this your rightful place. He said, no. That don't work for me no more. I don't want it. See, all these people come to you tell you about people that did something by Amunah. So the reason you don't do it because you don't have Amunah. Listen.
Choosing rather to endure Radifa, persecution with the arm, Yahuwah, than to enjoy the ephemeral ta'anagut of Avaros for a season.
See that? That's what he'd rather do, and you won't do that. So you think about this when y'all let the ding-a-ling and the poutine out. Because the rest of us holding out, the people holding out, what you doing? Enjoying their pleasure. Mushar, he looked at, I could have kept it. It was pleasure with this. Man, I'm the second high ruler in Mizraim. You don't think no power in that? The second high ruler in Mizraim? Looking at them people suffering. Them folks getting beat. Them folks going with doubt. Those folks are starving. Those people being put to death. I'm going to be with them. See, this is about people sacrificing. So he saw the value in what he knew was going to be the reward of these people than what he saw he could get for now. When y'all let ding-a-lang and poutine loose and let it do what it do, you see the pleasure of and jacking off. They ain't even a season, them seconds. Pulsating minute. And you throw it all away rather than suffering with the people who ain't jacking off. The people who keeping the ding-a-lang in the drawsy. And the poutine in the panties. That's all you're doing. That's why other folks holding out doing what they're supposed to do. Where my holdouts at? Let me see you stand. Hold on for a minute. Justin, you married. I'm trying to figure out what is the man. He said, oh my God. We really need to know you got in this morning. Sit down. Sit down. But see that, they chose, see that, these are choices. These are people that said, you know what, I'm holding out. Then enjoy the pleasures. That's all, y'all fine. So this is what Mushak looked at them. He ain't look at it, man, bump that, I gotta get that booty. I gotta knock that thing down. He like that, it's an end of what these people going through. He looked at my rule is coming to an end. He had to think about, why would I'm the second highest ruler, I do what I want to do. My dad ain't fit. My granddad ain't. He gonna let a grandkid gonna get more room than kids ever get. You know what I'm saying? He's the daughter of Pharaoh. He's Pharaoh's daughter's son. That's my grandboy. That man looked at it and realized this stuff ain't gonna last forever. I need to be with them. See, these are the people, and you gonna get saved because Jesus died, and Jesus paid it all. That is the dumbest, stupidest stuff I heard. Why are you learning about these people when Jesus paid it all? Come on. Come on.
For Mushar, Rabbeinu considered abuse and Zoros for the sake of Rabbi Malak ha-Mashiach greater Oshur than the Ozar of Mitzrayim.
So he considered the Mashiach and the treasures of him more than he did the riches of Mitzrayim. See, you don't consider that. When you do what you do, you like the riches and the treasures of him. And you know how we understood, and the world passeth away and the lust thereof? When he destroyed Mizraim. Mizraim had everything. That's where everybody came to. He destroyed it to show you. So everybody that had the riches of Mizraim, what happened to them when they was in Mizraim? He destroyed it. Mm-hmm. That's what they started considering. Is it really worth it? He gonna destroy it all. He gonna kill them all. You think about this. You can love a person as much as you want to love them. Your love can't keep him from dying. He can let you have exactly what you want and then kill it. Give you exactly what you want and kill it and let you suffer. And realize I did all that to get that, and that's dead. Just to show you, I'm going to make you pay for this one. Everybody need to know that. When you make choices, you can't keep nothing alive. You can't keep yourself alive. So how long before he take you and everything you love and you got, destroy it, then destroy you last? Take it right there in your face and destroy it, then say, I say the best for last. Now I get you. Show you now you don't put all your effort, all your work, all your conniving, all your lying, all your hypocrisy in it, and I let you put it in so I can destroy it right in your face. And take it away from you, and now I'm going to crush you last. I'm going to make you suffer, then I'm going to take you out. You can't play with a man like that because you don't know how he thinks. Like I said, who had known his mind that what is he trying to do? So I can try to tell him what to do. He said, you don't know my mind that you could tell me what to do. We sat here at the corner of this man. You sat here at the turn of the man, whatever this man want to do. This man can give you a mind saying, run. And you run right into your tragedy. You don't know what you're doing. You're playing with a man that's set back. He got too many things stored up. There's too many different things. He said, I got too many options. I can sit and wait to deal with you later. I can give you some time that you can keep going. And you know what? We forgot all about that. He said, I didn't. I keep a book of remembrance. That's why you can't afford to play with a man like that. See, we had to have pity before action, not pity after. Pity after don't justify what was done before. See, that was the purpose of him coming and making sure if they were taught of me, if they know me, then they would know I'm not the person you want to do that with. They was like, let me say, you know what animals do in the animal kingdom? They take their young and they teach them places. This is a safe hole. When you see predator, run in the hole. Dogs and hyenas, you run in the hole. This we don't mess with. What about, we don't mess with that. You run when you see it. You don't mess with it. It's laws in nature that keep you alive. It's laws in nature. They learn it. It's laws in nature. When they get up, they teach them young. Those are laws of nature. Some look at where they put their dens at. It's laws in nature. Ariel just don't grab a place. She had to think about safety. She had to think about cover. She had to think about what passed by and what good. And when she sees something pass by or heard up, she realized this is not safe. We gone. Why we got to go? We got to leave it. It's safe. It's not safe. They'll kill you. She see Cape Buffalo, they will kill you. She teaches them, you don't. You don't play with them. You don't play with them. These are laws you need to know. Why nobody in touch you don't play with Elohim? Because when they see the animal, they already know you don't run play. They'll stomp you in the ground and kill you. Mommy can't help you. There's no defense. They teach them at a young age. Yet you are grown, knowledge, read, hear the voice of, hear the understand, hear the knowledge of Elohim, and you play with it. What do you think gonna happen? What do you think a Cape Buffalo does? What a Cape Buffalo do when they see a little Ari cub? They look and they say, that's so cute. Listen, it's a law. Best on every time they see each other. Whenever Cape Buffalo see an Ari, listen, they're killing it. When they're young, they're going to, listen, they're not just going to, they're going to stomp it out and kill it. Because they know this is a potential threat. This thing will attack us. It'll attack our young and we're going to kill it. You'll look, you say, ooh, look at that little cub. It's a cub to you. It's a killer to me. And I'll kill it as soon as I see it. Bets on every time I catch it. Same thing with hyenas. They see a hyena, already see them, bets on. Every time I see you, it's on the attack. Start running. Hello, you know what Ari does? Ari got a tape that he kicks on every time he see a hyena. Tell him, call the cops when you see Tupac. Because you about to feel the wrath of a menacing nigga. It's on. That's the law. Listen, that's the law of nature. Whenever they see each other, there ain't no conversation. When they see it, bet's on. Whenever they see Ari come, Ari will not miss a chance to kill it. He will try to run the bus as hard to kill it. Because he realized, you'll kill my cubs. We have no agreement whatsoever. If I catch your cub, listen, I'm going to kill them before they get to the hole. Before they get in your den, I'm going to massacre, I'm going to drag them, I'm going to throw them. I ain't going to eat them, I'm just going to kill them and drag them. I want you to see them, I want you to hurt. I wanted to break your heart because you'll break mine. And that's how Yahuwah look at him, you commit kata. I want you to hurt every time I see you. I want to take yours, I want to destroy it in your face, I want to drag, and I don't want to eat it, I just want to tear them, I want you to look at it. And when you look at it, you'll know, they were just brutal. This made no sense. How could somebody do something like that? He said, that's what I was saying when you damaged my Torah. It made no sense. How would somebody do this? So when I took your young and I take you and I brood you and I scatter your body everywhere for them to see it, bets on every time I see you. Game on. See, when you're looking at those animal shows, you look at it one way. You're not looking at it from the perspective of the animal that having to do the attack. This survival out here. That's how Yahuwah look at it with you. It's survival. Taking you out and taking your kids out, it's survival. It's a trait. It's a trait. You'll have it, your kids will have it. So I wipe the whole seed out. Okay, that's all right. That's what y'all want to do. That's what they do. You know, they'll get some meat that'll get sold. Some went in there and some people got sick. You know, they'll recall all the meat. They be like, it ain't all of it bad. I can't take no chances. Put all of it. Get every bit of it. There's no way all of it. Listen, everything was processed on that belt line. Everything went in there. I need all of it back. I got to take it. I got to destroy it. And that's what they're going to do to it. Every one of y'all commit their kata. And the bad part for y'all in here, you in here, you getting to teach. What do? We just run through something right quick and don't explain it. Why y'all think we do that? He going to make sure, so he got to make sure it can be what, you can't be no excuse in the damn mosh pot. You can't say, well, I ain't understand. I ain't had no real illustration, no explanation. We were just running through stuff. And we were so busy laughing and dancing and playing and having a good time, we missed it. We put in time. We was in there 10 minutes, 15-minute tops, and we were out of there. No, he'll make sure you understand. This is going to come against you in the human mosh pot. Come on. What, 27?
Last sentence of 26.
He put a lot of words that just hold us up. You got another one right quick so I can just run them through? You don't mind, please. And I appreciate y'all working. Because you can see they add words too. I got to put some guys to work too. Let me ask you a question. Can them giraffes see us? Because they bad boys sitting here looking like, it's some more. Like, it's some more. I gotta make sure they can't see us. We're like 27, 28? Oh, 26. I know. Then we read 26.
We got the end 4 he kept.
Okay. Come on. All right, 26. Come on.
For he kept his own fixed on the reward.
Where you at? Oh, okay. Okay. Sit down. Because that's the knowledge. That's the appearance. Come on.
By trusting, he left Misraim, not fearing the Malak anger. He persevered as one who sees the unseen.
Mm-hmm.
By trusting, he obeyed the requirements for the Pesach.
You know that they ain't even use faith. Just showing you how the different people look at it. Amazingly now, everybody, your version, other ones all say faith. They put trusting. Come on.
By trusting, he obeyed the requirements for the Pesach, including the smearing of the dung, so that the destroyer of the firstborn would not touch the firstborn of Yasharal.
You see that? They would have died just like the rest of them. They would have died just like everybody else. You see what they did? So you got to ask yourself, why you don't feel enough to do what he told you to do? So the people in Mizraim that died, was it just a bad, sorry, just a bad, one of them uncircumstantial things that happened? It's all about what you feel. No doubt some of Yasharal died there too. Because people pray, I'm not going to put that stuff all on my door. I had them flies out here and them bugs all in front of little maggot. I'm sure it was some rationale to some people because they let you know what he did. He had so much trust and confidence, he kept the requirements. See, you couldn't just keep its requirement. What were the requirements? One at a time. Let me get one hand. Requirement. Basha first. What you got, Basha? One. Of the zabak, of the goat, the sheep. 11. All right, that's one. What you got? Good. Lamb in the first year. What else you got? Slay it in the evening. What else y'all got? I can hear you. Can't have no defects and no faults. Think about it. You got faults and defects. What you gonna do with a fault, defect, the lamb? Think about it. You got how's something with defects and fault gonna help you? Where's the common sense of that? That don't make sense. Then you saying that wrong is still right. He let them know it don't make sense. You in default. You got to have something without fault. Trying to get them to understand the purpose and the value of Yahushua. You're at fault. You can't use a fault to fix a fault. You had to put something that had no faults or defects. That's the only way I'm going to be able to overlook this situation. Okay. What else we got? Yes, sir. The sprinkling of the dawn. What is it? Anybody else? What you got? Bitter herb, no shoes on. That's right. You fine. We can put them on when you come and put that check. And you been doing good. You were whining. Was you expecting to get a check today? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Set your mind. Everybody set your mind when you come in. Ernie, I'm going to get you to get one too. Well, Ernie, Candy said he'll put one up here for you. You want Candy to put up here for you? Since he already up here? All right, that's good. All right, come on. And what else we got? What you got there? Yeah, your staff in your hand. So all these things, they had the shoes on their hand. They had all these. Think about somebody said, man, I'm telling you, I've been here all day, man. I'm been with you. I ain't got time. And I'm saying my feet hurt. I'm coming out of here. Cause think about people's rationale. Some stuff stupid. How we say it? Come on. Come on. Now, I know a lot of y'all know it's stupid. A lot of stuff we say stupid. It got to be because you ain't doing it. Some stuff really, what they got to, let's take it from human fun. Let's be honest. My shoes being on got to do what me being saved? Let's process how we used to do it. What they got to do me being saved? Is God going to save my shoes or me? Come on, we ain't been, people don't have guilty of this kind of logic. Is he come to save my shoes or me? So the shoes ain't important. It is because it's a matter of obedience. See, you'll think everything he says is trivial. It's not trivial. There's a purpose, retard. These are compliances, and how I'm going to find out who I'm going to get is the person who's going to stay to the detail. The person who's going to find my stuff, they're going to say, man, I've been holding this thing all day. I ain't got it. How am I supposed to eat with something in my hand? I'm just asking the question. I ain't questioning God. I'm just saying, how am I supposed to eat with something in my hand? Same way they were supposed to build that wall and keep that sword in their hand. Protect. The shepherd's staff is not just teeth, it's also for protection. Letting you know, even when you eat, you got to be guarded. You have to stay guarded. But you're intelligent because you're so smart. It don't make sense. When I come home, I want to throw my shoes on. I know what you want to do, but you finna leave, dummy. That's why I had you, because you finna leave and you're going to need to defend yourself. You're going to be leading out a herd. I need you to be ready. Way we process stuff and why we're in the situation we're in. Always trying to get by. Always trying to get over. Don't wait. Nobody else's expense but your own. It's about other people after you screwed up. It's about other people before you screw up. You're attached. Everything has to be considered. Come on, finish up.
By trusting, they halak through the red yam as through dry Adamah or rocks. When the Mizraim tried to do it, the yam swallowed them up. Mm-hmm. By trusting, the walls of Jericho fell down after the arm had marched around them for Shabbat Yamim.
After they did it for 7 days. One time, every day, 7 times on Shabbat. And they shouted and the wall came down. You think he needed them to do all that for it to come down? I just want your obedience. So they want to know, preacher, how I'm gonna get a breakthrough? Do what he told you. Do what he told you, just comply. Follow the script and watch him break down the walls. I've done it. Read them, tell you I've done it. I've rationalized, I've tried it. You try to go around, you try to see if it's that significant. If it's any other way, you can just do it and just get to just salvation. But you can't unless you do it the way you scripted. Because that's how everybody else got it. Come on, finish this up.
By trusting, Rechab, the prostitute, welcomed the spies, and therefore did not move along with those who were disobedient. What more should I say? There isn't time to tell about Gideon. Time
gonna fail him by Gideon. What happened?
Barak, Shamshun, Jephthah, Daud, Shamuel, and the Nabaim, who, through trusting, conquered Malkut, worked Sadiq, received what was Shaba, shut the mouths of Ari, quenched the power of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, had their weakness turned to strength, grew mighty in battle, and routed foreign armies.
Mm-hmm.
Nashim received back their Mut, Rezekun. Other arms were stretched on the rack and beaten to Mut, refusing to be ransomed so that they would gain a better Zerak.
Can you believe that? Them folk could have got themselves up. And they said, no, I just go ahead and die. Ransom. They could have, like, you ain't got to do this. They said, no, it's better I go ahead and die. Because they looked at the value of it. I get up now, I'm going to die later, it's going to be worse. The only reason y'all keep doing what y'all doing, because you don't see the value in salvation. You only see it after you screw up, when it's an embarrassment. Embarrassment is temporary. Embarrassment is temporary. People laugh at their own embarrassment later on down the years. Embarrassment ain't salvation. Y'all hear me? So these people started looking at, listen, I ain't worried about how I look to y'all. And some people, no doubt, said, that's stupid. Why would you sit here and die? You can get up out of this. You ain't got to die. They said, but then I'm going to die later. There's going to be a more horrible death. So they just better go ahead and just go through what I'm going through. You think they just did because that was them? They don't realize we don't count up the cost and we don't see how they work. Come on.
Others underwent the trials of being mocked and whipped, then chained in prison.
Mm-hmm.
They were abandoned, sawed in two, murdered by the sword. They went about clothed in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, mistreated, wandering about.
Look at all them blessings. Won't God do it? Go ahead.
Wandering about in deserts and harem, living in caves and holes in the Adamah. The alarm was not worthy of them.
Listen.
All of these had their merit attested because of their trusting.
Listen, they obtained a good report. He said, listen, that was a good report by them. What happened, son?
Nevertheless, they did not receive what had been Shaba.
Can you imagine doing all that? They didn't get it. They did it for a time to come. Ain't like they got it as soon as they did it. Say, they didn't even get it yet. Tell her what happened, Lee.
Because Elohim had planned something better that would involve us.
Oh, see that? Meaning what happened?
So that only with us would they be brought to the goal.
Can you see that? Ain't that beautiful? See, now we ain't got to suffer because all of them did it. We going to be entangled with them. We together, and they couldn't get it because it's going to be all of us getting it, and we ain't going to go through nothing. We're going to dig everything. We're going to keep the vagina stay open. Keep it like Motel 6, keep the light on. And we're going to get up with them, and all of us going to go in God's good kingdom. I don't know what y'all thinking. Y'all heard how they got it, don't it? They got it right then. Hey, get up and put a check up in. You just study, shake it up. Yep. The folks didn't get it, they just told they didn't even receive it. They couldn't receive it. Had to wait on us. Just like they just told you in Kazum, why they couldn't get up. Why they were still down now. They got to wait on us. And these people were all killed and slain for the debar. And they waiting on us and waiting on the love of Jesus for us to walk in and don't go through nothing. Be able to testify. And they get up and tell you how they was in caves and in holes. And you know what I'm telling them? One time, my tire went flat on 285. What you got on that? And I had to wait 20 minutes for AAA to come and get my car. Then my mileage, come to find out, my mileage I had was only 10 miles and the trip was 11. So I had to pay for that extra mile. Glory to God. Boy, what a testimony. They testify how they were slain and beheaded and lost their kid house and all this stuff, how they traveled in wilderness, and I'm going to be out there with that tire. I'm going to be rolling that old flat tire. Rubbing that flat tire in the kingdom. I got a story to tell. All y'all come sit around, come out from around the throne and sit right here for a minute. Let me tell y'all how I suffered on 285. Huh? All these stupid, ignorant, bonehead complaints you got. What you gonna do with these people? Somebody refusing to be, how many of y'all can be stressed out to death and you refusing to get up? Refusing for somebody to let you up. Man, you couldn't get me up fast enough. I'm begging hard to let me up before you offer. Can you imagine somebody, all these folks saying, no, it's just better I go ahead and I die. What are these people mental at? What are these people understanding that? We're talking about relationships. That's why when he writes, if you look, he always referred to it as I'm your Elohim. Huh? Letting you know there's a connection here. These people didn't teach us that. They taught us he's everybody. What they taught? He's everybody's God. Ain't that what they told us? Versus, they never saw that. That made no sense. How is he everybody's savior? That makes no sense. An opportunity has been opened up for those that will comply to the same rules. He's not everybody's savior. That makes absolutely no sense. And I like to read that. That he's everybody's God, and he's everybody's father. That was a complete lie, and they tell you that to make you stay stupid. He constantly keep referring to your Elohim, the Yahuwah, your Elohim. Why does he keep saying your Elohim when he's everybody's? How he gonna be everybody's God and your personal savior? You tell me a personal pizza is the same thing as a regular size pizza? They ain't even the same pizza. So here a large and a personal. Makes no sense. You got more than one pizza, nigga. The man is personal. The only people that can obtain it are the people that follow the same rituals and rite as Yasharal and Yehuda. That's it. There is nobody else that can get it. It's not possible. They would mimic Yasharal and Yehuda. That is the only way. You couldn't be anything else. Well, see, Chris, you are a liar and your mama. You couldn't be. It's impossible. The Ben of Elohim all had to appear, and I got to appear, and you don't have to come, and he's going to still take you. That makes sense to me. It makes sense. That he's saving people don't keep Shabbat. And he rested on Shabbat. Yahushua rested on Shabbat. All the Shamin rest on Shabbat. The people before it kept Shabbat, and you keep Sunday. And it's the same thing, because God don't need no days, ain't important to him. Just stupid. It's just stupid. Everybody gonna be saved are following a pattern. I have to follow a pattern. I can't come up my own way. You're following patterns, people. That's why he keeps telling you, why y'all think we start wherever was written aforetime? Who can find Kair? And he told you that so you don't have to be it. What should look well too? How to keep a vagina open. Like Motel 6. Kair looks well to the ways of her house. She don't sit back and eat the bread of idleness. Kael don't keep no filthy house. Strength and honor. That's her clothing. Get what her children call her. A flat mess. They call her a baraka. You are a benefit. Y'all want to shoot for that. You're too busy watching them hustlers on TV. Y'all too busy trying to compete with these folks out here. Listen, why y'all get so excited about a man wanting trash? There's a lot of people pick through trash. They look for, I don't go looking through no trash can for no valuables. Somebody will throw it away, it wasn't nothing to them. It ain't nothing to me either. I'm not picking through nobody's trash trying to find that. That's just not my cup of tea. Somebody else like, I go through the trash, I find a lot of valuable stuff, and you keep digging through it, because I'm not doing it with you. Y'all got it? Now, interesting, a real man that fears Elohim he's gonna want a bath, a daughter of Elohim. He don't want no different. Let him have these hoes. That's all you gonna ever be as a hoe. Y'all hear me? Let me tell you something. A man is distinguished by character and by behavior. A man ain't no liar. Kind of bitch just sitting around telling no lie, living no lie. It don't make no sense. I'm a man. My word means something. When I tell somebody something, people take me on my word. My word means something. Y'all got it? I want it to mean something. I grew up with dad. My dad said, he said, when I tell you something, you best believe it. And that's what he meant it to. He didn't care. I watched the man, he wasn't no lie. He wasn't sitting around telling no lies. He looked at, he said something, that's what he meant. He said, I'll bust your head just as sure as I'm born Henry Grader. He said, try me. I said, I take you on your word, Pops. We ain't got to go no further. We don't throw that name in that Henry Grader. He said, I'm bone Henry Grader. I'm bone Henry Grader. I said, that man proud of that name. Yahuwah proud of his too. So he'll stab up to be the same thing. You're a man. That man, you supposed to so say and so do. Man, ain't got to be no kind of be no lie. It don't make no sense. You're a man. A man got a certain way he got to walk. We can't be women. Women can be indecisive a lot of times. A man got to know this how it got to go. That's just man. We can't have that. Straightforward. You got to learn how to maintain. You got to stay. You're a man. I expect more out of man. I expect out of woman. He told you about them folk for they that which creep in the house. What they lead captive? That vagina just sitting there laughing, laden with sin, led away with diver love. Ever learn it ain't never able to get no amount. He told you they creep in the house. That's how they lead captive. You're a silly woman. No man respect you just sit around and just throw your legs on. A man shouldn't want to lay on top of no hole. I value myself too much for that. I used to be like, I didn't even think nothing about it. Listen, what I got too important is just be getting away to no hole. I just be honest. You ain't think about this because the street don't teach you value. They're like, matter of fact, you teach kids, a kid will grab a nickel for a dime because he don't know value. It's bigger. You get a diamond and watch it grab they look, the nickel. That's because you don't know value. You learn value, like the dime worth more. You go ahead and take that. Let them take that nigga. Tell them, take that nigga and go on about your business because you don't know value. You got to learn the value of yourself. You learn the value of yourself. Cause I learned my value with communicating and start to understand and start to shakar and start to serve and start to learn. Yahuwah, I'm more valuable than that. It don't make you weaker or lesser somebody. Anybody can take their panties and drawers off. Anybody. People doing it all day out here. That's why them people out there, because people doing it. And people getting sick and they dying out there too. Nobody gonna be, who gonna be, what I'm counting, let me see what I'm gonna see. I'm married, I'm cheating on my wife. No doubt the woman I'm banging with gonna be faithful to me and true to me. Because I can't have nobody, I'm telling you this now, I'll break up with her as soon as I find out she's sleeping with somebody else. You know, I got to. I can't trust her. I got to be able to trust. If I'm going to sleep around with my wife, I got to be able to trust that woman. I got to know. What's funny, Chris? No, it ain't. She can't. She better give me nothing and let me take it back home to my wife. So I'm going to need a woman. Don't be messing around with these guys. And I ask her something. Don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. Oh, why you trying to get me pissed off? You lie to me? You a hoe. Yeah. What you expecting a hoe to do? These folks don't realize, man, it's too easy, man, to give you AIDS. Yeah. It's too easy for the I know what look good to people. You can wear, that's beautiful though. You know what to do? Wear a condom. That's definite protection. Got that much tongue in your mouth. Do you know you can only get AIDS? You're a science teacher, right? You only get AIDS if the semen go in the hole. If I put that much tongue in her mouth and that much tongue come back in my mouth, we couldn't transfer because there's no semen in our mouth. What you saying, science teacher?
Never cut or something in your mouth. Never saw something in your mouth.
Anything. Yahuwah get them like that. I guarantee you do your study, you'll find there are people with AIDS who wore condoms. Yahuwah always got to keep away. He got to get away to get you. Body laying on top of you, we sweating, rolling. What happened when you sweat? What them little things that open up? And pour you. That body release them fluids. There's too many ways Mr. Yahuwah can get you. And you know they call it a freak incident. It's a rarity, but it happens. It ain't a rarity. Mr. Yahuwah said, it's always a fool trying to get around me. He keep a way to catch a fool. Do you put a rub on your tongue and your lips? Really put a rub on your whole body. People not that bright. You had to play with Yahuwah. But he ain't got to kill you that way. Too many other ways he get you. Still got a heart. It can get arrhythmia. It can do stuff. It can skip a beat. There's a lot of stuff he can come back and get. You can be safe because he knows other people do other stuff and take pills. Then they got the morning after pill. They got all this stuff you can get. There's a lot of stuff they put on the shelf. He said, that's why I had to keep so many things in my treasure. He said, they keep coming up with stuff to get around me, and I keep a whole treasure of stuff to knock it down every time they do it. I wreck your life. I destroy everything you got. That's what Mr. Yahuwah do. That's what he did first. He destroyed everything that man had. You know that man no doubt had a thing when he saw that whole kingdom was tore down. I should have let them folk go. I should have let them go. I should have. He no doubt he probably, you know what? Something told. Hey, you ever did something you've been people just say, you said, something told me. Musha, something told me. Man, if I'd have listened. And that's how we are. We'll play and keep playing. And that man will catch you up, and you can get to where there's no remedy. That's why you can't afford to keep. No, see, y'all got to remember. Just say right now, I'm finna repent right now. I'm finna get. I'm talking about one that I'm finna be so. Listen, I ain't finna see nothing. I ain't finna. Listen, I'm talking about. He said, "Yeah, I ain't taking it. We closed." Because I've been calling you before now. I've been calling, you won't answer. I've been calling, you won't answer. So now, I don't want it. I don't want it. And you think about what it be. Now he don't want to hear me. I'm serious now. Now he won't give me a chance. Is it because he won't give me a second chance, or it been too many of them? I lingered. That's why he told you that when it was near. That's why he said when it's near, you got to hear it. You got to do it while I'm near. Call upon while I'm near. I try to tell you, forsake your ways. And your thoughts, all these things I've been trying to tell you to do this for how long? How long we gonna keep playing with the man? There's a lot of y'all, it ain't one or two, that's a bunch of y'all. Probably 90% of y'all play around. I know you do. I know what you're thinking. You ain't doing that with your penis or your vagina. That's not all. I just use those. So everybody's smart. Everybody think, oh, I ain't sleeping around. I ain't doing it. In all katayin, it's all of sin. He's listen. All Rocha, he says sin. All of it. That's why we had to keep going through. These are the basic things we struggle with. We came in a lot of a deal. And they come up. Then there's other things we have to fight and struggle through. How we let things get in our mind and get us off. How we fight rule. It's all them we start learning. We realize, because you'll think you're made to fight. If I can stop smoking, stop drinking, stop sleeping around, I can be saved. Are these the only three things you ever been saved? It's so many other things we can have that can come out. And we needed to know that. And that's why he keeps telling you thinking, it's something else, because I need to get you to, listen, how do you see Yahuwah? Y'all tell me, how y'all see him? Anybody? How you see him? Give me a comment, how you see him? How you see him? Perfect. So imperfect meaning what? He coming back to take people back with him. Why, I guess, what kind of people you think them is? With no faults and no blemishes. That's why he kept trying to demonstrate who he was. So if I'm coming back to take people with me, what kind of people could I possibly come to get? People like me. People like me. What would make me receive you? Wherefore come out from among them and be ye, said Yahuwah, and touch not what? And what will I do? And what will you be? I let my kids in my house. It'd be crazy. I'm at my dad's house, my mom's house. My mom gonna say, I ain't letting you in here. I'm your son. That don't make sense. What you gonna do your kid at the door? Come in. Come on in. I ain't letting a stranger in here. He said, if you do what I tell you and you don't touch it, he said, then I receive you. I'll make you an heir to the promise. Just like I did with Abraham and to his seed. I said, Abraham, I'm going to do the same thing with my heirs. I'm going to let them in. But when we start piling our life up with things and start chasing ambiguous dreams, just goals that make absolutely no sense, when the biggest goal to achieve is self-worth. Self-worth. My value with Elohim, I value everything else I got. That has to be above everything else. How he looks at me, having a relationship with him is most important to me. I had things, I was stripped down. I was stripped. And I had to do that. I had to be proven that way. I didn't understand why at the time, but it all makes sense. I got to prove you. And it ain't over. I still have to be proven. It don't end. It don't ever, listen, it don't end. Still got to be, you think, when's enough? Listen, I'm coming back here. I'm taking back people with me that mimic me. So I got to make sure there's nothing in you that can cause you not to make it in. Because I come back now and you ain't ready, you ain't getting in. It ain't about just, I don't fornicate, I don't commit adultery, I don't drink, I don't smoke. But you got these hidden agendas. You got these underlying coats you got. That's all of us. That's everyone, including me. We all are hearing the word for a reason. Listen, please don't take it. If you want every one individual in here should take it personal, including me. Because the reason why it comes, because the thing, you can see other things people do. You say, man, I just don't. That's stupid. Ain't no way I'd have done no stupid stuff like that. He said, but you do other stuff, and you ain't going to believe it. I think that's just the dumb and stupid and the obvious stuff that you see. But we have to see it and realize how he grades things. He said, I don't see like you see. You'll see that some things are more detrimental than others. He said, I said, all look the same. You know what I mean? People going to go to show, never drink, never smoke, single, never were married, never had sex. And you know, they looking at, well, I'm kind of like he loved virgins. He's looking at people with the behavior. You know what I'm saying? That can abstain from things, that don't give in to desires. You know what I'm saying? Of the will of the flesh. He's looking for people, not just, oh, my vagina ain't no penis, never been in my vagina. Y'all know it was a big movement years ago with young white girls. Just using it well. A lot of them were doing anal sex so they could still stay with. Who remember that? Y'all remember it was a big drive. It was a big move. They were doing anal. They were saying that way they could still say they was a virgin because the vagina hadn't been entered through. See, logic. See, he watched people this, but think of the logic. When they get married, the vagina never been entered. See, because guess what he look at? He knows that there are people out. You think, why would you go through that? Because people would rather waste time and kill themselves and still burn to think, I'm getting around him. You're not getting around, you look dumber. I appreciate it. I appreciate the patience and not cutting me off. As of the day, I appreciate the time he given me. So I'm working to try to make up for all the times I violated. That's why, too. I ain't trying to pile up nothing else. I got enough stuff now I'm trying to get over. I can't afford nothing else. I ain't just, no, I can't afford nothing else. You got to know when you just go, so you said, you better, I can't afford it. But get this, listen, I can't afford nothing. I'm fighting for everything I got now. I can't afford nothing else. And you start looking at, you study stockpile, when you in the hole, how you going to pay for all this? The rental centers mess niggas up. All of them, same as cash 90 days. It messed you up. Because you had to come in, we want straight money right now. Get what you'll look at. You're behind, walk right out of there. Because you know what you're saying? I ain't got it. Now, if they get you, ho. Did I tell you about our plan we got? 5 years and pay same as cash? See, to get you and to convince you to afford, you can't afford this. You can't afford it now. You ain't going to get nowhere. Something might happen. Because I don't know what taxes might. You think about taxes this year. Then next year I get my taxes. I can do it. 5 years, 5 taxes, I can pay it off. I'm going to just pay it every time I get my tax. How many of y'all self-made these lies up for? What I'm going to do when I get my taxes, bam, pay that one. Next year I get my taxes, bam, 5 years. I ain't going to make but 5 payments. That thing, you had it for 25 years. You done made 3 payments. You finna go to jail. You done busted it up. They don't want it. You want to get it. They don't want it. You see what I'm saying? But they commit. This is how Satan trick us into committing guitar. You gonna come. You gonna jump. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna do 2 payments. I'm gonna kill the interest. I'm gonna pay one. I'm gonna hit them with another one. How many of y'all done did that? Said that made that line. How that work out? is struggle to pay the first one. That's how you got to, you start realizing, man, I should have left this alone. Because in your mind, the plan makes sense, don't it? Because they ain't nothing. Really, you know what? I'm going to pay this out early. And you get what? It's still paying on it. This is how he get you to commit kata. You're going to pay it off early. You're going to double down on it. You're going to go ahead and get it on out the way. You're going to be stuck with this longer than what you're thinking. See that? They need to get rid of all them running centers. They need to get rid of all them same cat night and day. And when you got to pay for it, you realize, I'm going to have to pay for this. I can't afford it. I'm going to leave it junk right where it's at. Because, see, it play a part on your psyche, and you think, because think about it, you have to say you're going to pay for it later. You're going to pay for it over time. You went and commit the act. What are we telling ourselves? What are we telling ourselves? We paying up front? Then maybe I file bankruptcy, and that's why I just wipe it all loose, and I get to keep it. Maybe they'll try to figure out that you're going to file bankruptcy with Yahuwah so it don't count and wipe away the debt. No. You're going to still have that kataim on you. It's certain things like government loan, so you can't bankrupt them. No. You stuck with them. Yahuwah is the government. He told you, and the government is going to be on his shoulder. You're going to have to pay this one. You can bankrupt out of everything else you got. You can wipe it away. You won't wipe this one away. You're going to have to pay this one. Y'all got it? That's why we got to start making these changes, start considering what we're doing, start looking how important the value in decisions. Think before you do, and you'll start considering a lot of things. What's the long-term effect? Where are we going? Because this don't mean, it don't make sense. This mean probably anybody. It don't make sense we go have sex with no woman one time. It makes sure you're going all the way out there and keep going. Because at that point, I'm done anyway. That one time and back ain't going to make no sense. I'm out there. You might as well just keep moving. Because you know they're thinking, that's stupid. I'll try to get it right. No, it's stupid to think that you can play with them like that. Go ahead and make your mind up. Keep it going. Keep it going. Say, I ain't trying to come back. I ain't trying, because I took a chance with it. Why am I thinking about trying? Okay, I'm finna bang this woman. I'm finna bang out. All right? I'm finna bang her. Then what I'm going to do, I'm finna try to get back in the graces of God. Grace all of His. No, make sense. Who told you I can get back? So the better sense to make when I do it is to keep going. Okay. You know what they're thinking? He's just throwing everything away. What was I doing when I laid on her? I already done thrown it away. What am I doing different? But I still try to get, you playing with something you can't do. He said you can't put your hand to the plow and look back. He said you ain't fit. My hand's at the plow. I cannot come back to my church, synagogue. David was a man after God's own heart. He said, boy, shut your mouth. And you're trying to use that now. It's out there. What was I trying to do? See, we got to stop trying to put things out of mind. Look at, but still, though, you still should try to get it right. You're trying to play with him, man. He done told you, don't tempt him. Why y'all think Yahushua didn't jump? He'd have tore up all that rock. He wouldn't have missed not one pebble. The smallest pebble. He said, I don't know why you done it. He told her, that would be tempting this man. To jump off this man just read a verse. Listen, it's written, if you cast yourself off, he gonna send his malachite to get him charged lest you dash your foot against a stone. He said, it's written not to tempt him. He said, that'd be complete stupid. I'm finna just take a leap of, what they call it? Faith. Soon as he go up here and do that now, right, hit that first one right where he started and make him hug that mountain all the way to the bottom. Bop, then get him a stop point. Roll, bam, bam, every rock. He said, I don't know what you were thinking. He had to think like I'm thinking. That's why he didn't do it. So what were you thinking? He was going to get his Malachite child and they were going to pick you up? They're going to put your penis back in your pants? They're going to close your vagina up? Not at all. He said, you just tempted me. That's what we don't realize. Y'all play games. He said, what? Well, it don't make sense. I'll be tempting him if I do that. If something happened and I had failed and it wasn't my call, he'll work for me like that. Because that when you intent on testing me, you just doing my will and it happened. But for you to just go and do something and take a leap of faith, he said, death to you. That's what Yahushua tried to show it. You can't play with him. We all been guilty of playing with the man too much. Playtime over. We done played with him too long. It ain't just sex. It's anything you do that go contrary. It's that serious. This our soul. At what point do we get serious about our soul? Y'all like that too? Out of town, everybody looking for every one of y'all. Let Yahushua repay every one of you. Don't take it serious. You don't make a change. Let him recompense you. Let him recompense you. Let him give your bishop. Let him give it to another one. Y'all don't take it serious. I mean it for everyone. Let him give it to another one. Let get into some people more deserve. Y'all ain't willing to take. Well, how much playing we need to do? How many need one more time to play? How many of them played enough? How many of them played for years? What's another play for? What's another play for? It's too critical. At what point do you say enough is enough? You gambling with your soul, and you don't know if that man gonna receive you back. Let me tell you something. Y'all, I'm just thinking. Them third part of the Malachi that got cast down. You think ain't probably one of them thinking, if I can get back. I didn't think I'd be down no chains of reserved, just sitting here thinking, somebody got to be contemplating. But it was a bad deal. But you won't get out of this one. He said, I got you in chains. I'm holding you till I get back. And you got to be thinking when you sitting here chained waiting on that man to come. And you can see all the signs. He saying, let these folks out. I keep the guy, I got him chained up. Matter of fact, when I get them, I'm going to get you too. He got everybody, got him. Can you imagine you sitting here chained up all these years, chained up waiting? What, probably praying, Father God, Jesus, in the name of. What they probably don't speak none of the language. They probably speaking Greek. What y'all feel they probably speak? Pure what? They probably speaking King James. Oh Lord, it's thou. Hey, Father. Please, for the goat. Them guys sitting there realizing your day coming. I got you reserved against the day. I got you chained up and waiting on me to come back. Can you imagine all that time you've been sitting there chained up waiting on that man to come back? And you ain't going to believe it. We closer. He done told y'all wait. He said, but now it's like, yes, you're closer. They sitting chained on that man waiting. And he walking and going, playing, trying to feel sorry. Ain't making no sense. Because sorry started before you do the act. That's why I ain't been doing it, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's why I ain't doing it. Why I'm coming, come on, give me that pickle. I'm sorry. I ain't finna try to buy. I'm stacked up already. I got no problem now. I can't afford it. I just can't afford it. It'd be different. I had one of them 90 days, same in cash, 6 months, 1 year. I can't afford it. It's just being practical. Look at it. Who in here can afford to burn? How many of y'all how many buy a little lighter? I hold a lighter. I want you to be practical. Can hold your hand right on top of that lighter for 5 minutes. I don't want to be. All right, let's take it 2 minutes. 1 minute, just like this. How many can do it? I can't believe that. More than y'all can do it. Y'all can do it longer than that. You got to, not doing the act you're doing. Ain't no way in the world you can't do that for 1 minute. That at least can set you up, because you need to be practicing it, because you're going to be doing that for what, a long? Long time? Whole body, not just the hand. Surely you contemplate it. How y'all contemplating that 1 minute? Anybody think 1 minute like that? Who can do it? $100. 1 minute. Can't do like 1 minute. 50 seconds. Nobody? What y'all contemplating? Can anybody tell what you're contemplating? Can anybody tell what you're thinking? What you thinking, Christian? It's gonna hurt, ain't it? Anybody, what is y'all thinking? What you thinking? Don't get burned. So let me get this straight. None of y'all can do this for 30 seconds, but 90% of y'all can do this whole body for alarm and alarm? That I'm confused. The math don't make sense. How can I do the whole body alarm, but I can't do the hand for 50 seconds? That don't make, and I'm giving you $100. All right, 200. 500? Somebody thinking, I do it. Let's see. I ain't gonna drop, I'm gonna give you $500. But you're gonna have to keep it right. I ain't gonna make you put it on there and put it out. Just hold it right there, that's it. You give it that 50 seconds, that's $500. See, you know what I'm looking at? They not serious. Because I can't get how you can't do that, but you can burn forever. Y'all see what I'm saying? Did that make sense? I can't do this for 50 seconds, but I can burn forever. Is that logical? The man, how many of y'all need to process that? How many of y'all need to look at your clock and look at 50 seconds? 1 second, 2, 3. How you know already you can't do that? Then what I'm ask y'all. I'm gonna let you. How do you know you can't do that? I don't think y'all honest. You can do it for 50 seconds. Agreed? You have to. You're willing to do it forever and ever. There's no way you can't do it for 50 seconds. You see what I'm saying? The logic. That doesn't make sense. You can do it for 50 seconds. Now come on up and get this $500. I want to see you do it. Because surely this couldn't bother you. You're going to be doing this for the rest of eternity. The whole body. What's a little 50 seconds? This is all you got to do, right here in 50 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too slow. How fast is it? 1, 2, 3. That was that 1, 2, 3, 49, 50. How you supposed to count? How you got to count it? Mississippi? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. How many? What happened? They not supposed to know that. See them? They want to do it. I'm telling you, $500. So, are you serious? See, that's all man trying to show you. How you play with a man who gonna put you somewhere forever and ever ain't gonna let you out. And you can't even do this for 50 seconds. Are you serious? That's all. Consider. That's 2.